A spectacular performance. Curry from half court. Sometimes, something looks like it's been there a while.
We are here. We're back after a 2-week hiatus. We were busy for valid reasons. Exams. I had two major ones. Hopefully they went well. Prayers in the comment sections down below. They can't see our video, but we were pointing down. And today's a special episode. The Three Musketeers are day before Mother's Day. Exactly. That's where I was going with that. The Three Musketeers are back in town together. We're not gonna dox ourselves where we're back in town, but we're back in town. Shout out. We're gonna start by recapping the first round. I think that's the best place to start. I mean, it's done, but we can just talk about our predictions and how they fared out.
We didn't make predictions.
We actually did. The first one, we could call out the first. I mean, majority of us were right, except for one person. One person said the Clippers were gonna go through. By the way,
we make predictions
in our previous episode. He doesn't watch our episodes, so
did we?
We actually did.
Did we?
We did actually. So
I made predictions.
We all made predictions. We all made predictions for the remainder of the first round.
Oh yeah,
these idiots!
Wow.
Now they're in prison. I can smack them too. So one person was wrong. Only one of us, and that one person said that the Clippers are gonna go through. Pathetic, embarrassing. What do you got to say for yourself?
I was right. Just didn't go the way that it was supposed to.
I was right, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I was right, but I was wrong. Biggest coper of the three, by the way. So shout out that. So two of us so far we're on the dot. We're on the money. We were on the money. We were right about the predictions. If we look at the bracket, editor, please put a bracket. We said the Celtics are gonna go through. We said the Cavs. I was right about the Cavs. What did I say about the prediction? I basically said whoever is the first to win an away game will win.
I just picked the Cavs. So
I said whoever will win an away game will either win, but if no one does, Game 7 will go to the Cavs. And I was right about that. We all said the Cavs. We all did say the Pacers. We all said the Knicks as well.
I think I picked against the 76ers, but I said it would go to 7.
Wrong about that again.
I was wrong about that.
We obviously said the Nuggets. We also said the T-Wolves. Two of us said the Mavericks. Embarrassing. And then we also said the Thunder. So Wes and I are 8 for 8. No big deal. Tom's at 7 for 8. 0.125 times 7. Quick maths. Not 100%. Now we're going to be going over to the conference semifinals. So we also kind of gave a vague prediction about that. Although we didn't dive deep into it. The biggest series you talked about were the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. And I remember specifically saying that the winner of this series will win the chip. And I was high on the Timberwolves. Very much so. And I think we all kind of had the same common rhetoric. None of us were really like, what? The Timberwolves are going to play well against the Nuggets? Or is there a chance that they could beat them? We all kind of didn't directly say it because we didn't want to put ourselves out there like that. Because I didn't either. I just said it's going to be a great series, and I could see the Timberwolves winning. And currently it stacks up as 2-1 in the favor of the Timberwolves. So I guess we could go one by one. I kind of went through a breakdown of how I felt about the first round. Everything was pretty predictable. I just think that the Mavericks, it was just clear as day for me why they would go through. Luka and Kyrie are a better duo. They're the best two players on the court compared to the old as hell Clippers team. Freaking embarrassing to even think that they would win. Really embarrassing.
Yeah, that was a hot take. That was just pure Luka hate.
That's just pure Luka. It's cope.
It's literally.
It's just hard in writing.
It was that is more accurate than saying it was Luka hate.
That's nice. You're writing another dude.
Anyways, yeah, I mean the big thing with that series was that James Harden in game 4 looked like he was going to be able to consistently score when given one-on-one matchups against the Mavericks perimeter defenders, and that wasn't the case in the next two games. And I think in that sense you can pin the series loss on him, but obviously the real culprit is always Kawhi being completely incapable of playing a full playoff series.
Yeah,
it is what it is for the Clippers at this point. They've built a roster that can't ever be healthy, and for that reason, they're probably just going to, live out the rest of this next 2-3 year stretch in misery.
I think what the Clippers are going to do, they're going to run it back one more year and then finally.
Yeah, they shouldn't though.
Out.
They really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Trade, blow the team up. Old.
Well, they got
you
the
got
new arena.
old as hell. old as hell guys who can't play, don't show up for the playoffs. Embarrassing team.
I mean, the other thing about this series is like Harden objectively had a pretty good series for like his standards.
It wasn't
Uh,
rough. He was just like so inconsistent. Like
He was like,
always is.
but here's the thing again. He's theoretically the third option on this team. First of all, second of all, he's 34. Third of all, now this isn't okay. Actually, this is like this isn't really a
He
point in
was
his favor, but he does have a history of just breaking the playoffs, so kind of have to grade him on a curve. Like showing up at all is good. The reality is he did about what like as well as you could really expect him to. If he had done any better, it would have been considered like impressive. I think he kind of more or less just faded into the background as everybody realized that the Clippers did not have the talent to match up with the one-on-one dominance of Kyrie and Luka on the other end. At the end of our last episode, we kept talking about how it was going to be a duel between these two duos going back and forth trying to score in isolation on each other. And like Hassan said earlier, in reality, it was obvious that the Luka and Kyrie duo were having far more success than the Paul George James Harden duo was.
Clear as
But-
day. Yeah, absolutely. It's I think you were blinded by bias, purely on that take. Anything else that you guys want to highlight about the first round? I think everything was pretty run of the mill, pretty standard stuff. Like Nuggets, Lakers, it was obvious that the Nuggets would go through. Timberwolves, Suns, it was obvious that was going to go through. Mavs, Clippers was the only one where we kind of disagreed. Thunder, Pelicans, obvious. Celtics, Heat. Unfortunately, Jimmy Butler just wasn't
That would've been
there.
a good series.
Yeah, if he was healthy, it would have been fun because
Celtics would've still won it.
yeah, the Celtics being led by Derek White, their number one option. Yeah, I think it could have been a good fun series, but
He'd be the
unfortunately,
best number 3 option.
that's number 3 option. Greatest number 3 option of all time. Hot take. Unfortunately, he just yeah, that wasn't a very fun series. It was an embarrassing series. Not embarrassing, sorry, I take that back. It was just a sad series. Cavs and Magic. This was one of those ones where I think we all went,
I went for the Cavs.
and then Wes, do you remember what you went
Wes,
for?
didn't you go for the Magic?
I kind of want to say I went for the Magic,
I wanted the Magic because I like Paulo,
but I
the
think I
young
said it
guy.
in 7, so I said it was gonna be a
Yeah,
close series.
yeah.
It was.
I had a real kind of I'll admit it's kind of a cope take. I didn't like slam down and put one team to go through, but like I said earlier in the episode, I said a playoff series begins when an away team wins, and if an away team doesn't win, it just the home team will win. And that's what I predicted for the Cavs and Magic because it was just back and forth affair.
Yeah.
They were winning away. I mean, every team that was going home was winning. And then that's what ended up happening. Second half of Game 7, the tide turned for the Cavs. Magic unfortunately crumbled under the pressure. Bucks Pacers, again, another really unfortunate series because I feel kind of bad for the Bucks because it's like now they're getting the slander that it's just like Dame lame time. And it's just not fair because they didn't get a fair shot. Again, it's injuries, right? Look, one time a team gets injured in the playoffs, give them benefit of the doubt. 2 times, maybe cut them slack.
Tyrese is playing injured too. His hamstring's not. He's not 100%.
He's not, and that's why. And you could kind of see that when we kind of start talking about the semifinals, we'll highlight that. But I mean, Giannis was unplayable.
Yeah.
Thanasis tore his ACL, poor guy.
What?
Yeah, you guys didn't hear?
I heard, but why does that have any relevance
Because like
towards the game
the
of
big
basketball?
the big three. Dame was obviously also hindered as well, so they didn't get a fair shot. So
Yeah, if he was hindered because he was playing in a playoff series.
one time a team gets injured, you give them the benefit of doubt. 2 times, 3 times, not a chance. The Clippers, you cannot fool me.
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't.
It's pathetic if anyone even opens the door, a percent of opportunity for the Clippers.
I think at least for the Bucks, you can say like, okay, just run it back.
Absolutely,
We had
run it back.
injuries, You know.
You had injuries. Although Middleton, do I really
Chris was great.
like he's getting older though? That's what I'm saying. And
So is Dame.
exactly,
he's
that's our
getting even
culture
older.
problem. They're all getting older. So Dame and Chris, do I really trust them to be a big 3?
I trust Chris far more than I trust Dame. At least he's engaged in defense. He made more big shots down the stretch that series than Dame did. Dame disappeared towards
Yeah, it's
in the closing minutes of multiple games.
I think
At
you
least
just gotta
Chris
try
showed
it out
up.
in the playoff series, like see how it works.
Honest on the court, it's an entirely different. It's going to be an entirely different dynamic. So it's hard to really know. But I think you can extrapolate from a lot of the regular season struggles they had, even with Giannis on the court, that something about that recipe of, I mean, especially the Dame, like, and then the combo with him, like Malik Beasley, Jay Crowder, and what's his face? Connaughton, like a lot of these guys who are just not great defenders.
Yeah.
Especially and then when you
Or just
throw
old. Like Jay Crowder
and old, like again, like
yeah.
guys who are not great defenders. Some of them it's because they're old. Some of it's because they've never been good defenders. But either way, it's not really a recipe for a ton of playoff success.
Yeah, Giannis can only do so much.
And I think even with Giannis on the court, a lot of that would still get exposed. So, I mean, they'll probably run it back, but I'm not, I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, I think it's fair to give them another shot. They earn it. Giannis comes back. He picks up a lot of the defensive load. That's a problem. Like they just lost their defensive soul, which is Giannis. So giving them another shot. Do I think they're contenders? No. Do I think they're probably one of the best teams in the East? No. In the league, yeah, definitely. I could give them that benefit of doubt. But as for winning the chip, I don't know. It's tough. I just don't. I don't see it. Unless somehow just everyone. See, I think what Thomas and I were talking about this. I think yesterday. For a championship team, everything has to really work out. Like the Nuggets last season, like the Timberwolves this season.
Everybody's healthy.
Everyone's healthy. And dare I say, even like the Mavs a little bit. The Mavs, PJ Washington showing up, hooping. Their boys are playing.
Derek Lively.
Everyone is playing well, right? So it's a recipe for a beautiful thing to come. The Thunder, unfortunately, Chet is kind of struggling. So again, you need every piece to really show up. And the Bucks clearly did not have that, so that was impossible for them. So that was pretty standard. We all saw the Pacers going through. The Knicks and the 76ers, again, it's so unfortunate. Injuries just really ruined a really fun series. And it's like for what the Sixers are to do in the next season, in this offseason, they have to really dial in and get a good point guard. Because Maxi's a shooting guard, if I'm not mistaken.
Maxey
He's
is
a
really
guard, right?
Maxey has the size to play point guard, but the skill set at this point in his career to play shooting guard. I think he's probably, we were talking about this in the chat. I think he has an argument for being basically a top 10 scorer in the league, but he's not the playmaker that's going to be required that you're going to need to run a championship level offense. And Embiid isn't either, so you can't have those two guys being your two primary ball handlers in a playoff series. You're going to have to find somebody who can run an offense and have those guys play off of him.
Even a guy like Mike Conley.
Exactly.
Gets the job done.
And that's why Kyle Lowry was on the court so much this series, because that was their attempt at finding that guy. But the reality is, like, he's old, he's slow. On defense, it was a real struggle for him. So he's not the answer. Obviously, they're getting off the Tobias Harris contract this offseason.
Thank God.
Huge for them, massive for them, not just because they have the money now to spend it on somebody else, but also because they don't have to have Tobias Harris on the court in crucial playoff minutes, which if you were watching those games, that's a tall task for any team to overcome.
0 points.
0 points. Jesus Christ, just what an awful closeout game, or not closeout game, but I guess elimination game.
He chose Tobias Harris over me.
Yeah, pretty rough showing from him. NBA free agency isn't the strongest this year, but there's rumblings that Paul George will be available. That's the most logical pick for them, but it doesn't quite fulfill that playmaking need, so they'll have to find that on the cheap somewhere. If that ends up being the route they're going, you could
Is Trae Young a free agent?
No, he's still on contract. You could maybe look at Tyus Jones. It's a guy whose name always gets brought up in those discussions because he's a good playmaker who's kind of cheap. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough for them. Like, if you go the Paul George route, there's still something obvious missing in that offense. And as we saw with the Suns this year, like it wouldn't be directly comparable, but three great scorers does not necessarily equate a championship level offense.
Well,
They're
also,
deep.
They're not the deepest. They're going to be giving
But
up.
they're significantly deeper than.
They're going to be giving up Heald. They're going to be giving up Lowry. Both those are guys who are
I
getting.
mean, Lowry wasn't a
And Tobias
huge
Harris.
piece.
Those are guys who are getting huge minutes for you in the playoffs. Who are you replacing them with?
But again, Kyle Lowry and
But where's the depth?
and Toby.
Who's behind those guys on the depth chart?
I mean, the key difference.
If you can't name them, that
I think
suggests
the key
something
difference
about.
between a team like the Sixers and Suns is like, even though they have like maybe equal star power if you acquire Paul George, and Embiid, like when he's healthy, he's like a very solid rim protector, and that's the thing that the Suns
That
didn't really have.
it is obviously massive.
So
I
mean,
To me, I would still.
Okay, so they do have some like Kelly Oubre, Cam.
I think he's a free agent.
They're losing a lot in free. They're
Hmm.
going to have to rebuild the team around Maxey and Embiid.
But I really
essentially.
If I'm Embiid, I'm leaving.
Well, that's not happening.
He should. He really should, dude. This is like this is
I
just
really
like,
like this team. Like, they're
Maxey is
fully
a
healthy.
great pairing with him.
I
You just
don't
need
trust
a-
the
you just need a
process.
secondary playmaker.
no. Now they have
that's
to
it.
rebuild the whole damn team. It's just like it's
It's not a
another.
rebuild, it's a retool. You got your
A
two stars.
I mean, you got your two stars,
and
but
you have so much money. They have so much goddamn money.
they're not gonna do anything.
You
I
could-
really don't
You
think
could
so.
say that.
It's just like again, it's like
I mean, I don't think the season is.
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like trust the process. I don't trust the damn process. Although I agree with what you guys are saying, the pairing of Maxi and Embiid is a beautiful pairing.
And even on the playoff stage, it translated. They were the two best offensive players. They were better than Brunson, both of them, I would say. So
I mean,
I
again,
don't.
I just
Again,
think
I
that
don't.
it didn't
necessarily know about that.
translate because they didn't get. I mean,
Their
it translated by
offense-
getting
Their
being
offense
a
looked
first round exit.
stagnant. Their offense looked very
took a contender
stagnant.
to 6. That's what I'm saying.
Their offense looked very stagnant towards the end of a lot of those games. And a lot of that
And
is
with
because,
an unhealthy Embiid.
and yes, Embiid was unhealthy, but a lot of that is because when you blitz Embiid, he's not able to punish those doubles the same way that a lot of other stars are able to. Maxey is the same way. When you trap him, he's not super quick to recognize what the coverage is and get it to the right guy to beat
We
it.
saw that in the end of that one game.
We did.
Here's the ball.
So again, to me, the guy they should be seeking is a guy who can have the ball in his hands for a decent chunk of a lot of possessions and be comfortable playmaking at a high
I know the
level
perfect guy,
consistently.
Chris Paul.
That
Take him.
I almost want to say that would not be too horrible for them.
No, not at this stage. Chris Paul is useless at this stage.
Yeah,
We saw it firsthand,
Him and Maxey
we
were
did,
too
but
small.
yeah, him
No.
and Maxey are too small of a pairing, unfortunately.
and he's defensively he's atrocious now.
It might be Tyus Jones for them plus Paul George. That might be
There-
the path they take.
I don't trust the process. I'm giving my
trust it.
2024.
I like that team.
I'm giving my
Tyrese-
2024-2025 prediction. Don't trust the process.
All right.
Fool me once,
Tyrese,
shame on
Paul
me.
George, and Embiid, that's a nice team.
No. It's nice on paper, but they always have some damn problem. Like the owner must have been a bad person. He must have disobeyed his
It's just
parents when he
health.
was
That's
young.
the only thing. Their team is built pretty well. You don't
Not
think
really.
so?
Like Thomas made a really good point. They weren't that.
They
deep,
weren't
to be honest.
particularly deep though. They were playing old Nick Batum, who had one good game in the play-in, and they didn't have too many great games in the playoffs. They were playing Buddy Hield, who was incredibly streaky this playoffs and had a bunch of bad games that I didn't expect that out of him. I thought he'd be a really, really great piece for them, but he was really streaky. You had again, we know the whole thing with Tobias Harris. Paul Reed, just not a great player. Sixers fans, I remember
Reed's a
like
nice backup, I
that-
guess, but
not
Embiid-
really,
Embiid's
though.
your starting center. You don't need a great backup.
except if you're gonna play him for 10 minutes, you better hope those 10 minutes don't sink the game for you. He needs to be serviceable, and he's just not a great player. Who else do you have? There's one more guy I'm thinking of.
Robert Covington.
No,
Is he with the Trailblazers?
he was a guard who was getting
He
backup
was.
minutes for them. Oh, Campaign, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was all right actually.
He was all right sometimes, and then other
in
times
the playoffs, I'm
he
saying
was Campaign.
He was all right.
Even in the playoffs, he had some pretty rough stretches. I remember he's terrible on defense, which is again, that's something you have to kind of
Son
watch.
culture.
Something you have to watch, like to notice. But again, he's just one of those guys who's constantly like spinning around, like looking around, confused as to where he is, getting cooked one-on-one. Like, and you can't have too many of those guys out, especially when they're a guy who's not exactly a major positive on offense. So, anyways, I think they're in a great position to retool, but this offseason is going to be massive for them.
I don't trust the front office.
And I kind of understand that instinct, but at the same time, they have such a great foundation to build around with Embiid and Maxey. If I were a Sixers fan, I would still be optimistic, but
I mean, yeah, poor guys have been optimistic for the last decade.
they have.
Every year, it's like, wow, that's got to be like some form of hell. Every year, you kind of think like, oh, there's a shot. It's kind of like us for the last 2 years, and it's been horrible. 2023,
It has been.
2024.
I would say with the Sixers, like the hardest part of like building a contender is getting that number one guy, and then also like a nice co-star, and they have that with Tyrese and Embiid. So I think just like Thomas said, just retooling around it. That's the
Yeah,
main challenge. Like building a depth, deep team. That's the key.
yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see in the offseason. It's
Yeah.
going to be coming soon. So, but again, we all predicted the Knicks. So now we can kind of shift towards the Thunder, Mavs, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Celtics, Cavs, Pacers, Knicks. So I'm just going to be brutally honest and say what my initial predictions were, being as honest as possible. I had the Thunder beating the Mavs.
I did as well.
Just being totally honest, being vulnerable, putting myself out there. I make mistakes. Not as many as Thomas, but I make mistakes. So, I had the Mavs. I had the
Not
Thunder over
over.
the Mavs.
You're counting that as a win already?
But I'm kind of shifting my take. That's why I do have the Mavs winning it now.
Interesting.
But I started with the Thunder because I didn't expect Chet to kind of struggle because of the lack of size. The Mavs have a lot better size than the Thunder, and this was a point made by our very own Draymond Green on the Draymond Green show.
He knows ball.
If he's not biased, yeah, he knows ball. Um, he did say that the Mavs are gonna go through, and just PJ Washington having that insane game, that was crazy. Although he's
Yeah.
not gonna have that again, probably.
I will say this: after game 2, probably the number one talking point was, well, the Mavs definitely can't expect PJ Washington to put up 29 again. You're gonna have to get all that production from somewhere else. And then what does he do? He goes out and puts up 29 again. So who knows? If he continues his hot shooting stretch, that opens up a lot of other things for him because then you can attack the rim off the closeout. Guys just generally they have to give him, a lot less space, which gives you more room to operate. And also he seems to have really unlocked like a feel for, playing off ball off of Kyrie and Luka in a way that a lot of those role players, especially like during these past couple regular seasons, haven't really seemed to. You have guys like what's his face, Dwight Powell or Tim Hardaway, who have never seemed to really develop synergy with Luka, but PJ Washington seems to have come in and immediately understand or understood exactly what he needs to do to be a positive, productive piece next to Luka Doncic. He seems to really have an instinct for that, like all the great role players do. So, I mean, shout out to him.
Yeah, hopefully he continues.
I don't think you could expect 29 from a game, but 18 a game for the rest of these playoffs,
Hell
depending on
yeah.
how far they go,
That'd be huge.
could be very, very realistic.
That would be huge if he continues showing up. I still don't think it's like series is shut. Like, oh man, it's Mavs for sure. I think it's a lot closer than what I thought it was gonna be. I really thought the Thunder were gonna just kind of stomp over the Mavs, just being vulnerable.
well,
I just don't see that anymore.
I guess let me like give my take. I still think it's Thunder and probably 6. I
Really?
genuinely believe the Thunder will win the next 3 games. Look, the Mavericks have still not proven they can stop Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off the dribble. I will say, maybe I'm being a little bit bitter. They were fouling the shit out of him down the stretch this game, and a lot of it wasn't getting called. I think I saw a couple people posting something about him having like a dirty play or something on Luka where he shoved him or something, and so the public narrative seems to be shifting against the Thunder a little bit. Like I saw a post like, hot take, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is not a likable player, like all that all that stupid internet bullshit. Like that's what happens whenever a team like starts struggling. People, they jump in for the kill, they go at their throat. But anyways, point being, as much as the public narrative I think seems to be somehow shifting against Shai and the Thunder, the reality is when you watch the game, Shai is still the best player on the court. I think over the course of this series, even better than Luka, although Luka has been good. And that really matters. And until they prove that they can stop him from getting downhill and scoring at will, I would still give them the edge in every single one of these games coming up. And the talent 1 to 5 on that roster is clearly better than the Mavericks. I don't care how well PJ Washington's playing. If he's the third best player on the court, guess what? The third best player on the court for the Thunder is still Chet Holmgren, who was a fringe defensive player of the year candidate this year and a fringe all-star this year. And yes,
second you'd have
I have personally
J-Dub.
yeah. Personally, I have been down on Chet. I think he doesn't provide the level of physicality for his position that you really would want. With that being said, I would still take him like over PJ Washington, and if in a theoretical like who's better. And I think over the course of this series, he'll prove that. Like, yes, he has been struggling, but a lot of it is basic stuff like being cold from 3. He's 3 from 13 on the series. I doubt that continues. He's proven himself over a large sample size at this point to be a great 3-point shooter, even at the NBA level. And some of that,
hit a killer 3 over us.
he did, and some of that's also just like he's had a couple of what an old head might call boneheaded plays, where he makes just dumb turnovers. He had one offensive foul like a game ago that I was just like, "What are you doing?" He seemed kind of out of control, but I think he's shaking off the rust a little bit. He looked fine in the first series, so I would trust my gut and still go with the Thunder. The Mavs, to me, there's still the point of attack defense against J-Dub and Shai still has not looked super great, and I think they're having a lot of guys hit very tough shots. Kyrie Irving down the stretch this most recent game, just some freakish shots he was making. I mean, but it's Kyrie, he's going to do that, but still, like, come on. I don't know if he's that, like, Kyrie doesn't have, we know Kyrie, he doesn't have that game every game. He has those games in him. He doesn't have that game every
Yeah,
game.
he's not. he doesn't have
Game
the
7,
greatest samples then.
2016.
Okay, guys,
Game
you know the
8,
Kyrie
Game
playoff
7,
experience.
2016.
The Kyrie playoff experience is unfortunately. I wish he was. If Kyrie was this Kyrie every game, he would be like a top 10 player in the NBA. But the Kyrie playoff experience is generally we get this
I think
Kyrie.
he's a top 10 offensive player
He could be, but we
in the playoffs.
the Kyrie experience has generally been that we get this Kyrie one game, and then we get the Kyrie that showed up for game 2. I mean, they still won that game, but still, another game. So again, like the size thing is a point well taken, but I mean, look, is the argument that essentially the Habs are going to win this game on the offensive glass through contributions from like PJ Washington and Lively and Gafford? Like, I don't know if I really buy that when you consider all the talent that's on the court at other positions. So that's my take.
I mean, I feel like through the first round against the Clippers, this team was kind of underwhelming. Like, I thought they would stomp the Clippers, to be honest, because I thought they would just have by far the best player, maybe by far the two best players. And it was way
Valid.
closer. It was way closer than I thought. The role players did
Valid.
not play as well
Hate, man.
as I thought
It,
they would.
it blinds people.
But in this Thunder series, the role players, especially PJ Washington, obviously they're playing well above their means. And I remember like something Kyrie said in the press conference about like the offense and how a guy like PJ Washington can score like 29 points. And it's because like if one guy hits a shot, they're gonna give that guy the same opportunity the next possession to kind of like ride this wave of like, oh, you hit that 3, okay, let's see if we can keep this going. And then I think that's just like that's the way this offense can reach its like full potential and kind of become unguardable. I mean, I know like Shea's been the best player probably, but Luka, Kyrie, these guys are just like fully unselfish, but can score at will on their own. So it's super unguardable, especially for a not super elite defense like the Thunder. I mean, the Thunder are very good, but I don't think proven on the playoff stage quite yet defensively.
What do you think the result of the series will be?
I think originally I had the Thunder, but I'm gonna take the Mavericks at like 6.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same situation I was with the Cavs and the Magic. I just don't know. It's so tricky. I feel like it's really close. And I think this series kind of defines and shows that the Thunder, they're not going to win the chip. This series really showed me that because I never imagined the Mavs to be title contenders. I think the Timberwolves and the Nuggets are in a league of their own.
Oh yeah.
So I think that there goes this kind of makes the Baby Thunder lose their credibility, but not to fear. They got plenty of good years ahead of them.
I mean, it's Chet's first playoff.
Chet's first.
Same with
I mean,
Jaden.
same with
Yeah,
Shane.
everybody.
Same with
Everybody,
all of them.
yeah.
God damn it. They're freaking. This is their debut, and
Yeah.
they're doing
Lou
great.
Dort's been like incredible. I mean, he's the one.
Dude, Lou Dort, I've been high on him. Okay, dude, 2 players that I've been like abnormally high on. Freaking, who's the first one? You guys know.
Terry Rozier.
Terry goddamn Rozier.
To
The
be fair,
third.
he's done nothing for the past 3 years. Mostly because he's been injured. but
He's
still.
injured, but he's
Mostly
a
'cause he's been
hooper though.
injured, so he's
Real hoopers know.
Real hoopers know about scary.
Okay,
Terry,
and
absolutely.
Lou Dort. I swear to God, I'm high on Lou Dort.
Yeah.
Ever since the Al Horford OKC theory season,
When was
which
that?
was you don't remember when Al Horford was
Yeah, he was, but like
before the bubble? I
do you
think.
find that season as like the Al Horford season?
I mean, there was nobody else on that team. I think.
Yeah, because Chris Paul was not
yeah,
there.
Yeah, Chris Paul left.
It was Al Horford.
This is the 2021 season.
They were like terrible. That
I
year.
guess we could check. When
Al
was
Horford
Al
there, but-
Horford? He was there for a season, I think.
Think of Al Horford playing more basketball. For sure, like
Actually, yeah, you're right. That was probably more efficient. 2020, 2021. So since then, so it's 2024. So 3 years. He's a good defender. He has a decently reliable shot.
it's like
He's a good role player. He is a great role player. Come to the Golden State Warriors. Come to the Golden State Warriors.
By the way he guarded Bi and the way he's guarding
He gets big defensive matchups. He's so underrated.
He's a prototypical defender. He has great quick twitch
he's just way
athleticism.
bigger than most.
He's no. Sorry. I'm gonna cut you off right there. I've been high on him since that LeBron highlight. You guys remember when he was putting his hand like this and waving
Yes,
in front of
I
LeBron?
do, yeah.
This was like years
That
ago.
was
Really.
he might have been a rookie that year.
So I've been high on him since rookie season.
Yeah, but no, he's like, I mean, he's just the perfect NBA defender. Quick twitch athleticism, stocky, very strong, deceptively big, has great length,
Good lateral quickness.
has instincts, has a ton of conditioning and the ability to chase guys for long periods of time and not give up on take matchups for entire games, tough matchups, and give energy on every single possession.
He
Like
took Bi out of that series.
he took me out of that series. He's done a good job. And look, Luca is Luca. We were having this conversation earlier. Like Luca has the ability to put up like 28, 9-9 every night, no matter what you do. But when you make it difficult for him, it slows down the entire offense. Now, that hasn't necessarily always shown up in the results so far this series. But again, that's one more thing that I think should slightly tip the series in the Thunder's favor going forward. You can't necessarily say that anybody has given Shea the same problem as a defender on the Mavericks that Lou Dort has given Luka as a
Yeah.
defender on the Thunder. So, like, I'm standing by my Thunder take. Obviously, this is partially influenced by the fact that if we had done a pod before, I probably would have taken the Thunder in 5. So I'm kind of
I would still say.
I'm letting my past biases get to me a little bit, but
I mean, I would agree that Shea's been the best player in the series. I just think that
For
the
sure.
offensive ceiling of the Mavericks is just far out exceeds.
Yeah, and that's what's making it tricky for me because like I think it's pretty level.
Yeah, it's very equal.
I think though, you gotta trust your gut. You always gotta trust your gut because subconsciously sometimes you know some things and you just can't really articulate it. I gotta go with the Thunder. I gotta stick with my initial gut because I switched. I was Thunder and then I started off this preview of the series or mid preview with saying, "Ooh, I'm gonna retract and go to the Mavs." I just don't trust the Mavs to. Yeah, they're just
Continue playing at this level.
continue playing at this level because they also don't have the depth of the Thunder, so they don't have the best player on the court. They also don't have the depth of the OKC Thunder, and they're having really like streaky players. Like I could legitimately see PJ Washington drop 10 for the next 3 years, and then it's like,
I mean, look, the reality is if PJ Washington's shot cools off, every NBA player, even the greatest ones, always run that risk. There's nobody in the NBA history who has not had a cold stretch for their career. So if PJ Washington's shot goes cold, all of a sudden you're looking at an entirely different player. And it's not like he's, Steph Curry. Like he's, I think, like a 35% or 36% shooter this year. So,
he's
like
a catch and shoot type of guy.
yeah, like a
That's his main
1 for
role.
7 from 3 game is not out of the picture for him, and that would immediately that would be yet another thing that would count in
Exactly.
the Thunder's favor. But hey, if he can prove that he can keep this up over a whole series, that's the kind of thing that wins team series is when guys have great performances like that. So
And it's just about it just boils down to who do you put your trust in? We put our trust in the Mavs against the Clippers, West and I. Thomas put it in Harden. Obviously, he was wrong about that. I'm gonna go with my gut and be like,
Harden is crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. Old man
2024.
Harden, yeah, literally.
man,
Prime Harden.
you guys just don't see the game like I do.
Yeah, exactly. The losing side. I gotta trust the Thunder. I trust Shea. I trust them. I trust their management. I trust their coaching more than I trust the Mavs.
How does the management affect Game 4?
Motivation.
Not only that, like game plan,
Same pressure
structure,
down there.
motivation. I mean, there's a
And
slight edge it
Cuban's
does give.
closer.
Who?
Mark Cuban's closer. He's on
Actually,
set.
yeah, that's another reason to pick against the Mavs, dude. Mark Cuban since that Dirk
Against the
championship.
Mavs, he said.
Mark Cuban
Oh.
since that Dirk championship has had the opposite Midas touch. He's had the what is I was
That
thinking
changes this year.
there can be an opposite color, right? I was thinking because the Midas touch is the golden touch, right?
Yeah.
So what's the opposite of golden? Do colors have opposites?
I mean, I guess it could just be a color that's dark and
The
evil,
brown
like
touch.
the black touch.
Like the brown touch.
I know we were all going for the black touch.
Yeah, I was thinking brown in my
You
head.
were definitely thinking
Because
black
brown
touch.
is like color
'Cause, like,
shit, right?
No, but also like there's some blackness in his heart. A
I
spot of
see,
black
okay.
is evil, corruption.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's just how it is historically. Not to, I don't know why you
Yes,
guys.
anyways,
They're shifting in their seats.
Mark Cuban has had the brown
Sweating
touch
a little
these
bit.
Last,
he's like
last
he has the
decade.
black touch, like the black plague, right? Not the brown plague.
Yeah, well, I mean, who knows why they chose that name? Maybe they meant to call it the brown plague, but it got mistranslated.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's probably what happened. So, but brown plague is kind of disrespectful to just a whole group of other people.
well, I don't care.
on the recording. Shout out the Golden State Warriors fans. 70% of them are this color, so we're being disrespectful to them. It's unfortunate. You wanna double down, say something more?
70%
I was
players.
about to. I was really about to.
anyways, so I put my faith in the Thunder.
Thunder, man.
I'm gonna go 6. Thunder and 6. I just see the Mavs kind of falling off, low key.
For once, me and Hassan are aligned on that subconscious level. Usually, we seem to have different.
Which is scaring me. So
Yeah, I know.
actually, I'm going Mavs and Mavs and 4. It's not possible, but yeah, I think I'm going Thunder and 6.
Yes, I
Going
mean,
Thunder and 6.
you guys' minds change if Luka is healthy.
No.
Luka
I
be
mean,
the best player in the series, I would say, if he's healthy.
I mean,
Shea finished second in
How-
MVP voting.
like,
Same.
I mean, what's the point in saying that he's clearly been hurt these first?
I'm just.
I just said a
games.
theoretical. I still wouldn't.
Oh, just as a theoretical. I would say.
Yeah, I can change reality.
I would say Thunder. Well, I was just saying, but why? I mean, okay, fine. Yeah, as a hypothetical, I would probably still go with Thunder in 7. I can see that buying them another game.
If LeBron joined the Mavs, would you have them over the Thunder?
All right, so let's imagine instead of the Mavericks, it's the 1996 Chicago Bulls. Who do you have winning this series?
No, I'm just playing with.
You still think
West
Thunder
Side
in
of-
6, or-
That's a legit question.
No, was that a legit question? I just had to do that. I apologize. And you just continue.
I think I kind of said my piece on this series, unless anybody else has
Yeah,
more thoughts on it.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
even if Luca's healthy, I still take the Thunder because let's say Luca's a better player, but it's not by much. Because Shea is just so good. He's so damn good. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like 1A, 1B type.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be like like Curry and
Jason Tatum,
exactly.
classic.
I mean that's like a 1 to 4 comparison. He's the third option on the Celtics round. Maybe I'll put Drew Holiday ahead of him too. Why not?
Al
So
Horford, throw him in there.
I throw him into.
Sam Hauser.
Throw him into. But who's that really tall dude who?
Oh, Luke Cornett.
No, who hit like 1 3 and then like the crowd went crazy like 2 years ago.
Cool fall.
Taco Fall. He's not even on the team anymore. I
No,
don't
he's
think so.
not, yeah.
I put him over him. So anyway, so our mid round preview or prediction of the Thunder and Mavs. Now let's shift to the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. All right, look, I was high off the Timberwolves, and it was proven correct. Like, just wow,
They just
just
got blown out.
I mean, they did, but you see what Ant said after? It's just one game.
In
We'll be
Minnesota.
back. We'll be back. Dude, my respect for Ant, like, wow.
How-
It's been like 180 degrees turn, dude. When I saw the interview, the top 10 essentials, there's a GQ or whoever the hell does the video. Who did the GQ? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, GQ.
Yeah,
The
top 10
10
essentials.
things Ant can't live without.
Man, I eat like 3 packs of Chesters every day. I was like, wow, I hate this guy. What a scumbag.
He's
Because
real. He's real.
no, but I hate that. But I'll tell you what, I genuinely and wholeheartedly in my heart believe they've changed their ways. They've become more mature. They've become more serious about the profession.
That starts with him.
And it starts with him because he's a leader of the damn team. So look, I used to think he was a scumbag, annoying, like a LaMelo vibe. Like
Comeback is crazy. Just
scumbag,
like
absolutely
chips.
scumbag, absolutely scumbag. You are taking your opportunity, your profession, this thing that you have that is a 1 in a quadrillion thing, obviously over exaggeration, but a very, very small percentage thing, and you're not maximizing it. That's a spit on the face of your fans, your franchise, God, everyone, bro. It's disrespectful. I think being a professional is a beautiful thing, and every professional I have the utmost respect, LeBron included. He's the utmost professional.
Hey, let's-
He's the biggest
okay,
professional.
we're going off the rails here.
You're gonna go bounce.
We're going off
You
the
already
rails
got
here,
bounced.
guys.
He already got bounced. But anyways. So 180 degrees turn on Ant. I really had a LaMelo. I really foresaw a LaMelo type thing for him. Talented,
Honestly, I could see
talented
it.
as hell. Like wow, sky's the limit for both players. But guess what? One player locked in. He's not a freaking clown. And you see how he talks in press conferences and like genuinely, it's so impressive. Like he seems like a veteran. He's 22 years old.
He
He's 2 years older than us, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of dox our age, but he's a 2 to 20 years older than us. It's amazing. It's so amazing, dude. I love him now. He's probably, I would have to say, my favorite player in the league right now.
Okay.
Obviously other than the Golden State Warriors roster, like the people on there.
And I feel like my favorite thing about his personality is like not just like obviously he's a flamboyant personality, but he also like he holds his other players like
Flamboyant.
flamboyant. Like he's an
Like
interesting
he's
person.
zesty.
We know what he thinks about those people.
Oh, yeah, he is.
true.
No, but he has like an interesting personality. You know, he's like
What
cocky,
does the
but also
world
like
come to? Classic.
Oh yeah, other than the whole also like forcing that lady to get an abortion, that was kind of like
Yeah, that's true. I literally forgot that was him.
yeah.
That's actually crazy. That was like
That's what I'm
his-
saying.
his public
perspective-
reputation
yeah.
was low-key at an all-time low coming into this season, and he's just like
turned it around.
turned it around. Which
Because I think he really locked in. Like whoever, like he changed something. I genuinely believe to my core he changed something in the
Might be,
last
like Team
year.
USA or something. 'cause he
it must have
popped
been,
up
yeah.
there.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like he just changed his lifestyle. You know, Cat. He was kind of like a Mickey Mouse leader. Like there was that one press conference. He's like, she said he's eating KFC after this, and we can't do that. So it's like, bro, Cat. No offense,
Nobody
Pipe down,
nobody
pipe
believes
down.
you.
No one. You're not him. You're not like, please. All right.
He has been him though. These playoffs.
He has been a key, crucial piece to a championship contending.
By the way, how about the Rudy Gobert effect? Rudy Gobert off the court for game 2, a slaughter by the Timberwolves.
By the way,
Rudy
speaking
Gobert-
of why he was off the court,
Back-
freaking
Birth of his child.
nah. You got to be on the court, bro. I'm on the court. I'm locked in.
Okay,
Dude, that
anyways.
was-
I'm trying to win a championship ring, dog.
If they
That's a
lost-
one in a
if they
lifetime.
lost, that would have like.
That would have looked
sucked.
horrible. You gotta lock in.
Anyways, Rudy Gobert back on the court for game 3.
What's gonna happen?
Wow.
The kid's gonna disappear.
Wow. I have never seen a more overhyped defensive player in my entire life than Rudy Gobert.
You're gonna have more kids in the future.
It
bro.
is-
just kidding. Just keep on
it is-
repeating that.
It is phenomenal to me that I mean, look, okay, sure, an overreaction to 2 games. You want to say that? Whatever. I don't care, dude. I cannot believe that the supposed second best player on this team, because what most people say is like, okay, it's number 1 and the best player. Cat is the second best scorer, but Gobert, because of his defensive impact, is actually the second best player.
No,
That's the most
just
common
wrong.
take.
Whoever
He's
He's
says
the
that's wrong.
defensive player of the year. God damn it, that's what people say.
But his offensive deficiencies weigh him down severely.
He's been all right offensively. actually.
He's been
He's been
atrocious.
What do you
Anyways,
mean?
but
He's been
secondly,
awful. He can
but
barely
secondly-
finish a goddamn layup.
let's talk about
I
his.
thought fatherhood was gonna change him.
Like rebounding is a part of the offensive game. You know that, right?
But okay, but by the way, let's
He's
talk
an
about
incredible
his
rebounder.
vaunted incredible defense it's so instrumental to their success that when he comes back onto the court in game 3, they managed to play like a
Yeah.
10 times worse
Sure.
team.
I'm gonna
Let's
talk
talk about
I'm
his
gonna debunk this
incredible
in 2
defense.
seconds. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna really just end this in 10 seconds. This is some more blinded bias.
Jamal
hatred.
Murray,
Hold on.
when Rudy Gobert is off the court, literally looks
Jamal Murray
like
with 3 extra days. of
like
rest.
2020.
Yeah, Jamal Murray,
or
300,
with Rudy Gobert on the court,
Yeah,
prime.
yeah,
MJ.
because Gobert's matchup is freaking Jamal Murray.
Yeah, you know.
That's like insane. Are you dumb?
well,
First of all, one.
well,
Second of all,
let's say
second of
with
all,
the-
second of
with
all,
the
second of all.
defensive player as great as Gobert, he makes the whole defense better.
Second of all,
It's funny how that does.
second of all, the reason why Gobert here is so crucial because he gets to roam. He gets to roam as a defensive anchor, right?
he's roaming
With
all
the
around
Jazz,
game.
with the Jazz, a very easy thing to break through the Jazz was guess what? Do a switch. And it's done. It's cooked. Gobert on the perimeter is a clown. But guess what? With this team, you can't switch him because Cat is the guy who's mainly on whoever is the primary matchup, and Gobert's roaming. He's an elite rim protector. One game where they lost against the 2023 champs, who everyone still had as favorites, who Vegas had as favorites. Oh wow, big whoop. Well, I don't know what your point is. Game 1, he was there.
Hey, game 1 he was there. It was close. Game 2 he's not there.
I
It's a
think- I
blowout
think
in
game
the
3 is especially a
Timberwolves'
trap
favorite.
game because
Game 3
And
there.
yes,
blowout
another
Nuggets.
point. Another point. The game they struggled offensively. Ant struggled offensively.
He did,
So what's happening? Like,
but they also struggled defensively. They gave up,
major
let's see,
cope.
how many points? did they give
major
up?
cope. Jokic, by the way, did not do anything insane. By the way, game 3. Guess who's main defensive matchup?
Not
Gobert.
Gobert. As you said,
Gobert's-
he's roaming. Or you?
Oh my god! But who is he more fixated on? Is he going to be more fixated on Gobert
Brother.
or Jamal Murray?
Two of these things cannot be true at once. Either he's
Absolutely, it
matched
is.
up on Aaron
I'll tell
Gordon and
you why.
roaming, or he's matched up
I'll
on.
tell you.
on,
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you. Let me explain.
Jokic.
Jamal Murray.
he cleans up everything, not just what Jokic does.
He's
Jokic-
cleaning up nothing on.
Exactly. Not only he
On
cleans up
game,
everything, not only
like,
Jokic.
job is to clean up everything.
It's to clean up everything. But what I'm trying to say is,
do it.
he also has a okay. Would you guys agree or disagree that he has more impact on guarding Gobert than on guarding Jokic than Murray?
I would disagree that he has any impact at all.
Wes.
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
More
that's
impact
my
on Jokic.
point. So if someone that you have more impact on is struggling, that's not a hit on Gobert that Jamal Murray popped off. What type of are you insane?
Like I said, look, the narrative around the player is supposedly talented on defense.
We're talking about narratives. I thought we don't care about narratives.
Oh no, I'm just but sometimes when a narrative's so prevalent, it starts to impact the way that people actually view the player
Well,
on the.
none of us three here
You seem to think that.
subscribe to that narrative.
Would you agree that Rudy Gobert is the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, he is.
I don't know.
That he
I didn't
deserved
look
that
into it
award.
that much. I
He
didn't look
deserved
into it
that
much.
award. Well,
I would have liked to give it to Victor, to be honest.
I would 100%
So
agree. I
what-
think
what does that
Victor
have to do
Wembanyama
with
was
anything?
robbed.
What does that have to do with anything?
I think that if your defense can be completely shredded with your Defensive Player of the Year out there by a guy who he supposedly has no impact on, then he must not be that much of an impactful defensive player in the first place.
I
think
think
it's-
that's a really stupid point. So Draymond Green was with us in the playoff series against the Lakers where Lonnie Walker popped off. Is that Draymond's indirect fault?
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly he bears some of the responsibility.
Yeah, some of it, but does it discredit all his defensive capabilities?
No, not at all.
Okay, so then shut up. Thank you very much. So that ended that discussion in like
I don't
0.5
think
seconds.
I don't think it did.
We're gonna move swiftly on though, because this is just we're going on a rat race at this point. I think for the remainder of the series, I'm gonna lock in and choose the Timberwolves. I'm gonna confidently choose the Timberwolves. I was
No,
kind of
7. It's pretty obvious.
I was kind of
It's pretty. I mean, it's like
beating
so
around the
obvious,
bush.
Like, come on, guys, let's
Dude,
get
dude,
real.
I think it is going 7.
It's
I
Nuggets.
trust the Nuggets way more. than
It's
Game 7.
Nuggets and 7.
Man, I gotta go with the
I love
Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards. but-
I love Ant, bro. My gut is saying Timberwolves in 6.
Dude, if only Rudy Gobert could have 5 more children, I think the Timberwolves would have a really good shot at this series.
I mean, he should actually. Multi-millionaire. Should have skipped the games though. You gotta lock in, dog. I gotta win a chip.
I thought you wanted the Timberwolves to win.
Absolutely. And I think he's a great piece. He's just such a great piece. I was part of the narrative where when he joined and then there was like locker room problems and I was like, he's a clown. He can't do anything. And now
Man, I remember
look at
when
them
that was the
now.
narrative. That was a fun time.
Yeah. So I got the Timberwolves in 6. My gut saying that I gotta trust it.
I mean, this team is just generational defense. I mean, Anthony Edwards, Jay McDaniels, Akil Alexander Walker.
Oh, yeah, and like for like a little bit of like serious analysis, like the Jamal Murray thing. I think there's a really genuine question because the conversation after game 2 was like, how smothering was the Timberwolves defense on Jamal Murray? And that was the whole thing. Is like, look at how
I think it's more
the sheer amount of effort, the sheer amount of like physicality, tenacity they showed, and yet it's all the same perimeter defender, all the same personnel is out there in game 3, and yet somehow Jamal Murray looks
3 more extra days of rest.
20
that
times
does
as good.
wonders.
That's the point that I'm making. Was it really the tenacity and talent that the Timberwolves possess on defense that was hindering Jamal Murray in game 2?
I think so, yeah.
Or was it Jamal Murray himself?
I think it's a bit
I
of both.
think, I think it was.
To
I
me,
think it was more the personnel. Nikhil Alexander and Jaden McDaniels made him go through hell in that game. Too.
Yep.
Like,
and the argument that I am personally making is that it was precisely the opposite, and that it was more so a result of Jamal Murray being physically hindered that robbed him of the quickness that he possesses that would generally allow him to beat kind of defensive
It's
coverage
a
like
mix of
that.
two.
And I think that was really on display in game 3.
I mean, he was
a lot of
he was
the-
flustered by like there's clips of him getting like
He was
Trapped.
incredibly flustered, but
Yeah.
again, the argument that I'm making is that was he possessed with his full athletic capability in the moment? Those traps would not have been flustering him the way that they did. And again,
Yeah,
you saw that
that's
in game
true.
3. They're trying to set traps. So what does he do? He's going baseline and getting around them because he's able to accelerate past them and get to the rim, and that is creating all kinds of opportunities for the Nuggets offense. All of a sudden, the defense, this incredible defense, which I must admit is an incredible defense, is put in the scramble drill, and no defense looks great when they're in the scramble drill. So, that's again for me. That's kind of, I guess, I hate saying a narrative, but that is kind of the narrative that I'm going with. That's why I'm taking the Nuggets in 7. I think Jamal Murray has. It seems like based on the way that he looked in game 3, that calf injury is farther and farther in the rearview mirror for him. And I think that's going to pay dividends for the Nuggets going forward. And if you have Jamal Murray who can average like 28 a game with Nikola Jokic, who I have to admit hasn't looked dominant, but he's Nikola Jokic, so you pair those two together. I trust them as a duo far more than I trust anybody on the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, I think, is going to probably average 35 over the rest of the series. I don't think it's going to end up mattering. Again, I think it'll go to 7. But I think in the end, that combo of Murray and Jokic that proved so deadly last year is gonna remain deadly this year.
I mean, I feel like the key adjustment they're gonna implement in game 4 is that they're just gonna, instead of trying to double Jamal Murray and force the ball out of his hands or try to trap him and steal the ball from him, they're gonna just do a single coverage and just hope Jay McDaniels or Anthony Edwards or Nikhil Alexander Walker can just lock him down. Not lock him down, but like make him work in single coverage, and then everybody stays home. I think that's like the strength of the defense is that there's not really like when they have their best 5 defenders out there, there's not like a weak link out there. Like it's Gobert, Cat, and then 3 solid perimeter defenders. So you can kind of just like stay home. And I think that's the mistake they made in game 4 is they kind of underestimated how well Jamal Murray would recover. So I think in game 4 they're gonna hopefully like stay home more and single coverage on Jamal Murray, single coverage on Jokic, and just make them work in ISO rather than kind of getting other guys involved, because that's them at their best. Getting Michael Porter Jr., KCP, Aaron Gordon was feasting off wide open threes. He had an incredible game.
And
think-
do you guys buy in that he's gonna have another superb shooting game? I don't think so.
Who?
Aaron Gordon.
Well, I think
No,
he's not gonna
absolutely
get
not.
he's not gonna
Exactly.
get the same open looks. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Oh, and then also I would say, as much as I'm saying Nuggets in 7, like this is assuming that Nikola Jokic plays a little bit better. I mean, I think it's a pretty safe assumption to make because it's Nikola Jokic. He has not looked that aggressive. Now, admittedly, again, this is by all measures, by all
It's gonna get
metrics,
better.
the best defense in the league he's playing against. However, we've seen Jokic in so many series now just continuously get better, and he seems to hone his ability to create offense the more that he plays against a single defense. I think it speaks to like the cerebral type of player that he is. He you show him a coverage, he's going to understand it. He's going to get better at reading it. He's going to get better at diagnosing it. He's going to get better at executing against it. So to me, again, that's just another slight thing that I think pushes this series in the Nuggets' favor. But the Timberwolves have a game to burn, so they obviously have the advantage right now. We'll see how it plays out. I took Nuggets in 7. You took Timberwolves in 7
My gut saying 6.
and 6. Okay, Timberwolves in 6, and Westview you're taking.
I'll take Timberwolves in 7.
Okay,
Timberwolves.
Yeah, Timberwolves.
Okay, came around. Good stuff. I'm
I
excited.
think it's going 7 for sure, and I think Anthony we're just gonna show up.
And the others, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was good analysis. I'm excited. I'm so excited about this.
I think
series.
it's a pivotal game
Okay.
for the series.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's now go to the lame East.
Literally.
bum ass East.
literally. Oh my god.
Literally, we're talking about like bloodbaths in the West. Like such a Mickey Mouse
Pacers,
conference.
Knicks, it's a fire.
It's just a battle of above average.
Knicks are hella injured, bro. What are you talking about?
Again,
Well, yeah, exactly.
it's a battle of above average. We're talking about the
At least-
battle of
okay, at least they have
elite
an-
on
at
the
least they have
West.
an excuse. The Celtics, there's no excuse. They're still struggling against
Celtics are so Mickey Mouse. It's actually like
Such a joke, dude.
it's like I feel so bad for Celtic fans. Actually, I don't. Those racist piece of shits. I don't care. It's so pathetic. Oh my god, it's such a sad franchise. Anyways, okay, so let's do some actual analysis. Celtics and Cavs. So the Celtics won Game 3 today. It was a close game though.
I hate seeing KP like or Kristaps Porzingis just like off the bench like, after Celtics hit like a tough bug. He's like hyped like bro, just like, fell down. You should be out there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he didn't live up to. Like I really, I mean, unfortunately, I'll be vulnerable again. I really was high on KP and Luca duo. I was really high on that. Didn't turn out to do crap though, unfortunately. Ooh. Although that's where his real injuries, like that's when his that was like when the real
Feels
main
good to be
injuries.
right.
Yeah,
Well, he was
exactly.
injured, wasn't he?
That's when I think he got his real major injuries, and then he
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
never returned to be the same player.
I mean, that one
He just started being a 6'10" dude who goes to the perimeter and shoots threes.
the one injury that fucking just completely killed him. He was still in New York. That's what ended his New York tenure. Was it an Achilles tear? I think
I have no idea.
it was something that took him out for like almost an entire year of real world time.
They were
Uh,
building something.
they were kind of like not really, but
Now we got the real deal.
Who were their main guys then? It was like KP. They must have had.
no, they didn't. It was like
Actually,
KP and like
Let's check it out. why not?
Elfrid Payton.
Like 2016, 2017 Knicks.
Knicks roster.
Elfrid Payton.
It was literally Elfrid Payton.
Executive Phil Jackson. Let's see roster.
You should stick to coaching.
Carmelo Anthony.
The veteran presence.
Oh, they had Derrick Rose then. They had Joakim Noah still. And then Brandon Jennings.
They didn't have Payton.
Justin
though.
Holiday. And then the rest of the nobody.
Yeah.
Justin Holidays would be
He's with
Nuggets, right?
the no, he's not. He is with the I just checked this a little bit ago actually.
just click on it.
Or is he with the Nuggets? Ah,
He's with the
Bozo.
Nuggets.
good stuff, bro. 2015 NBA champ. He was with us?
Wait, what?
Who?
Justin Holiday?
Wait, go
He was not
go down to his page. Go down.
I do go down right. Oh, whoops. I just got cooked. No, let's just go. 2015. Chicago?
Bro, he did not. Wait, look at that.
Oh,
The GOAT. Wow.
Wow,
we're actually
Warriors
such
legend
casual-
Justin Holiday.
We're rooting for the Nuggets now.
Dude, I remember this guy, man. He was something special when he was at the Warriors.
Better Holiday brother, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Like, what a legend.
that's
We retired his jersey immediately afterwards.
Absolutely.
Shout out. Wow, the more you know. You love to
that's
see
actually
it.
interesting, man.
So now if we ever get like a Warriors and Drew
Nuggets.
Holiday connection or something like that, we know.
Absolutely.
That would be like the
What did
0.01%.
Did they play together?
Who?
Drew and Justin.
No. I'm saying like like the
He's-
the
you-
tic-tac-toe
You
or-
misspoke. You said Drew,
yeah.
you meant Justin.
I meant Justin and
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors. Then we could do like
Absolutely.
anyway. So, we were on the.
So
Celtics, Cavs,
How did we get to Justin Holiday?
Chris Porzingis.
Oh, Chris. Okay, yeah.
his Knicks, blah blah blah. Anyway,
So,
okay, getting back to this series.
yeah, what's our predictions? Like, yeah.
I think it's still
Celtics in
Celtics
five.
in 6.
5.
Uh,
Actually 6, yeah. Fuck with the-
so like again, so the
Dominant.
Celtics offense is like one of the worst. Like it's just pure like bleached directly to the eyes. It's so ugly.
It's like AI generated. Chat
It's-
GPT.
It's the way that they seek out contested threes is just baffling. I don't understand why they choose to play offense that way. They have talented players who theoretically should be capable of, creating better.
That's the
for
problem. They
themselves.
don't.
Well, yeah, again, this is a common thing in the NBA. Like if you don't have a true like that syndrome where you don't have like a true point guard playmaker, like
or even just like a number 1 option. Like, it's not really solidified that Jason Tatum is that guy.
I got the solidified number 1 option, Derek White.
Derek White, absolutely. But again, like
I think the Cavs, you could say it's
Give him the supermax.
But again, like so you have Drew Holiday, right? I said this last time we talked about Celtics, but it's still true. It's continuing to prove itself true. Drew Holiday plays the point guard for you. He's your one, but he's not going to be aggressively running pick and roll and creating advantages for the offense. So you can't do that. So then what do? You have Derek White, who's your true guard. You have him run pick and roll, but he's not a great playmaker. If he's running pick and roll, he's either coming off for a spot of 3 or nothing's really coming out of it. So then you have to run an offense that's based around, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown playing in the wing, but they're not great playmakers. So like it turns into
That's literally just.
it turns
In
into
2K, this is a lethal team, though.
absolutely. So it turns into a very ugly offense where a lot of guys just kind of stand around and then somebody finally chucks up a contested 3, and they're an incredibly talented team. So
You know what
they'll
this
go
team
in.
reminds me of?
They also, by the way,
They remind me of the Phoenix Suns.
yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit
Like
uh,
the Eastern Conference Suns.
you talk about
a
Suns
way better,
if they were
polished.
if they were an incredibly good defensive team, because that's
Yeah.
the saving grace for the Celtics team. is that
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, probably a top 2 or 3 wing defender combo in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm a Tatum hater. I have to give him credit. Phenomenal defender, just the size, length, athleticism, instincts, it's all there. Jaylen Brown, same thing, tenacious. He's definitely more so in the the low center of gravity, like stocky mold of defender, but still very good. Derek White chases guys around.
God, what a player.
He's not an elite defender, but he's good. Drew Holiday, just absolute masterclass every game. I mean, he's still phenomenal, even though he's getting older. Like the hands, the instincts, the
He's kind
streak,
of like he's similar to Lou Dort in like their body size.
very similar to
Oh, yeah.
Lou Dort. Like
Similar
Lou-
hairstyles too.
Lou Dort is really, I would say, actually kind of the next generation's Drew Holiday.
I would say Lou Dort has a better offensive.
And then
game.
Al Horford, as much as Al Horford's the guy who always frustrates me because I feel like he uses his reputation to get away with some pretty rough defensive plays that I think are borderline fouls. But again, great defender, not like an elite rim protector, but he does everything else. He secures boards. He's in the spots even if he doesn't have like the leaping ability and the length to really alter shots the way that the elite rim protectors do. And he never really makes mistakes. Like he's always rotating to the correct place. That's true of everybody on their defense. So, with the exception of the Timberwolves, they're clearly the second best defensive team in the playoffs. But that offense, I'm telling you. I mean, not that you guys disagree, but I'm putting this out there. It's going to fall apart the second they play either the Nuggets or Timberwolves, who are actually decent
Maybe even
defenses.
the Knicks.
And it's already falling apart. It doesn't look great against the Cavs. The Cavs are just so neutered on offense that because the Celtics great defense.
They cannot confidently
doesn't
stomp
matter.
over the Cavs.
No, they can't.
And the Cavs are nowhere near a contending
They're
team.
missing Jared Allen too.
Yeah,
It's
the
just
Cavs are
so
figuring it out.
embarrassing, dude.
That's the other thing. Without Kristaps Porzingis, like Kristaps Porzingis isn't exactly Patrick Ewing in the paint, right? But he's a big body and he does provide them with rebounding ability. They do not. They are a small team, and it's weird to think because like Tatum is a big guy as a wing, and then you have Horford who's also big, but like they play so spread out.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the middle. Evan Mobley is getting a ton of one-on-one opportunities, not just in the post against Al Horford, but then also to get offensive
Mobley's playing
rebounds.
Incredible.
Mobley's playing great. Like, and a huge part of the reason why he's playing so great is because he's the only guy in the middle. Everybody else is on the perimeter. He gets to play one-on-one against whoever his matchup is. And again, like I said, it's not just playing in the post one-on-one, but then he's created a lot of offensive rebounding opportunities for himself by beating his guy to the spots
Mhm.
and out hustling him. Often it's Al Horford, who obviously has a length and height disadvantage against Mobley, and also a youth advantage for Mobley because he's just a little bit quicker. So yeah, like there's a couple things working in the Cavs' favor for this series, that being one of the biggest ones, and the Celtics struggles on offense being the other
Cavs
one.
have
But
Sam Merrill. I don't know how they're gonna stop Sam Merrill.
yeah, I mean, this is obviously to me like still a Celtics winning series because the Cavs outside of Donovan Mitchell on offense just don't have anything going on.
Even Darius Garland's not playing.
Like Mobley is good.
He's been
for
horrible this playoff.
If Mobley's good for like 19 points a game, like that's gonna make you competitive, but it's not gonna carry you to victory. So
Yeah, I think Celtics and like. Oh, excuse me.
Let's see.
Sorry about that,
I'm gonna get
guys.
Don Mitchell credit. I think he'll steal one more game.
Yeah, I think they got Celtics in 6. It's
I really
pretty-
do. He's an incredible player. Like, he's got to be up there with like some of the best. He's better than Tatum. He's better than.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, I'm gonna stop there, but he's definitely better than Tatum. He's so underrated. Like
He's
the
underrated.
things he says on the sidelines, he's an incredible leader. Like
Dude, this was
I just think he's too small to like really be the number one option on a championship
This was-
team.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think
I
he
love
needs
those.
a really
So-
dominant. He needed Garland to be what Garland was expected to be.
I mean, even Garland's kind of too small to.
No, Garland was supposed to be like an elite
he's
playmaker.
like a Pascal Siakam,
Yeah.
somebody like that, a guy
Yeah.
who's like a good.
I mean, Evan Mobley was supposed
Yeah,
to be
Evan
that.
Mobley.
Yeah, exactly.
They have two players who are supposed to be something that they're really not. So it's like,
I mean, Evan Mobley's still
Evan
young,
Mobley's still young and he's incredible on defense, by the way. And
but his offensive.
he's
like,
starting to come into his offensive game a little bit, but it's not going to be enough for this series. But
yeah.
like I think the rumors of Mitchell leaving Cleveland are a little bit overblown. Like I think if they manage to get 2 games from the Celtics this series, like he'll probably want to run it back again with a Mobley who's 1 year older, a Garland who's 1 year older, and a healthy Jared Allen, and just see what you have. And I think maybe after 3 years, if they don't do anything, they don't think about leaving. But
Yeah, they're all pretty young still.
Yeah.
So
the other thing I wanted to say is I saw this online. Like the question was, do the Celtics have the second worst first option remaining in the playoffs? You have Shea, Luca, Ant, Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, and then theoretically Jason Tatum. Now everybody seems to agree that Tyrese Halliburton is the worst first option left.
Yeah.
But Tatum, he's pretty clearly the second at this point, right?
Jalen Brunson's way better than him. Donovan Mitchell's
Is outplaying him this series.
yeah, outplaying this. You can't really argue that. Anthony Edwards Anthony Edwards is better. Jokic is
Yeah,
better.
exactly.
Yeah, it's not really close.
And that kind of paints a little picture of I think where the Celtics are going to falter down the stretch. But yeah,
I think they need to trade him and just focus on rebuilding with Brown being the sole leader. I guess.
that's not going to work.
I
Brown
mean,
is not that guy, but
I mean, he's not, but
I mean,
it's
this
better
is-
than you could still maybe get something good
they-
out of Tatum.
Tatum.
Because for some reason, there's like this real false perception of the league that he's a real great player.
oh yeah, no, he's
They just have an
so they
he's
could
an MVP candidate.
so they could freaking fool some team to give them a lot, and then he could get exposed for what he is. Like he's just not a leader. He's really not.
He's not.
And this is about it. Like they'll probably. I think they could make it to the finals. I mean,
They probably will.
they probably will, but it's going to be like another. They're going to get swept. They're literally going to get swept. The Warriors, with a pretty weak championship team, beat them in 6.
Yeah.
It's anyway. So I think I got like the Celtics in 6.
Yeah, Celtics.
6. We were all on the
Absolutely.
same page. Now, a more interesting series, which has been really fun. Last game was
Probably the
so
most
insanely fun.
entertaining series of the playoffs, even if it's not the 2 most talented teams.
Yeah, I would
Knicks are
agree.
just delivering.
Yeah.
Interesting playoff.
Now here's the thing: how is Brunson recovery wise? He was tweaked last game. He wasn't the same.
He was tweaked. Isn't it like he tweaked something?
He
Tweaked means he's like
he
shooting
wa-
up there
he
before
was
the game.
he got tweaked or something. I don't know, man. It's one
He
just for
tweaked
reference,
his-
guys. It's 1:06 a.m.
He tweaked his leg or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So afterwards, he was hindered. I mean, for our designated Knicks fan for our group, how is he in recovery? Is he? What's the prediction?
Wait, when did he get injured in the game? It's kind of. I thought he.
That was a pretty major thing. Though.
Wait, when did it happen? Oh no, he was out for a quarter, right? And he still. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
do remember. Yeah. I mean, he came back and like that. The reason they were down so much is because he was out, and he came back.
Not really. He still kind of looked hobbled.
Well, what
But
did
he
what
played
did,
great.
what did they do when he came
He
back?
did,
He
played
played
great.
well in the fourth quarter, but third quarter he didn't really do that well. If I
Wasn't the
remember.
quarter he missed, or no,
No, second quarter he missed, but
okay.
again, like okay, he struggled in the third, but then he played well. In
I
the
mean,
fourth,
And also,
carried
he
them
had
to
like the
victory.
worst last possession I've ever seen. Over exaggeration.
Okay,
it was
well, you're
atrocious.
confusing the two games. That was game 3.
Am I?
Game 2, he got hurt for the second quarter.
Yeah, and he looked hobbled in game 3. That's what I'm saying. Game 3, which is the most recent one, he didn't really look like Jalen Brunson.
I mean, it took him a while to come back in the third quarter.
He
I mean, I don't think
He looked a little bit hobbled.
he was playing pretty well the whole game.
he was the reason they came back.
The whole game, dude.
The
Really?
Pacers were up a bit, and then
I mean,
was
he had
the reason they came
26.
back.
Like it wasn't like sure he didn't put up the 40 that he'd been putting up, but like
But I remember us both saying it was
Okay.
a pretty silent 15 points.
okay. Let's say it this way. When the Knicks have been winning games, Jalen Brunson's been putting up 40. Game 3, he puts up 26 and they lose. To me, that is definitely noteworthy. However, Jalen Brunson, I think
Dude, yes, I know what I'm talking about. Dude, the reason why they were even remote, like they came back even, was because of DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo had a great game.
He
Absolutely.
who not a great game, a freaking
But he didn't miss the
Masterclass.
second. He played the whole game.
who
Jalen Brunson.
took the whole
This
game.
yes.
No, he didn't. He played 38 minutes. I don't know what you're talking about. Like he, oh, sorry. The reason why I took that literally is because this is literally Tom Thibodeau. He's been playing Josh Hart literally.
If he missed an entire quarter of play, how could he play 38 minutes?
No. So I never said he missed a quarter. He still looked hobbled though. from
Okay,
game
exactly,
two.
yeah.
That was my initial point. And I guess so. Two of look like see his field goal wasn't too great. 10 for
It wasn't.
26, 2 for 6 from 3. And I wish we could see like his quarter breakdown. Can we somehow see that? Let's see all.
I mean, my take on this Knicks team is that I'm loving this Knicks team because we're getting
Eastern
production
Conference Sam.
Apologies.
We're getting production from like all types of guys. Like Josh Hart has been like one of the best rebounders in the
Which literally like
counter.
wow.
I mean, I would just say overall, like even counting centers, he's been one of the best offensive
Literally,
rebounders in the playoffs. Dante DiVincenzo obviously like 35 in this past game. That was incredible. And we're missing like all our guys. Like we're having to start Precious Achiuwa because Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein is playing, but Mitchell Robinson's injured, Julius Randle's injured, OG Anunoby is injured. Like we're just missing.
The OG is
Tons of
OG
guys.
is huge.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
think it's incredible we made it to the second round and we're taking this Pacers team at least to 6.
yeah. Like, see, I'm kind of double down on he didn't have a really super great game. Yeah, he scored 26 points, but on not good efficiency, 5 turnovers.
Yeah, it wasn't a spectacular Jalen Brunson game, but
It was DiVincenzo that willed them back in the game with the most insane shooting.
Dude, he was
Holy crap! Where was that when? So okay, this is a point I really have to make this on the pod. I was talking about Tom when Tom and I were watching the game. This is a knock on Kerr. DiVincenzo
he's a
in
great NBA player. Good.
exactly.
Good.
No, he's a great one. You're right.
Great
We
ball
didn't
player.
use him. We didn't use him at all, bro. We were using him for 13 minutes in the playoffs. He should have replaced Thompson in the Lakers series. Even in the first round, he should have replaced him.
Honestly,
DiVincenzo.
and he's shown that he can be a solid defender. I mean, I always knew him to be a solid defender even when he was with the Bucks. Because I mean, they were a great defensive team with the Bucks.
Absolutely.
And I mean,
We-
he's guarding Tyrese, or who's guarding? Is it Josh Hart or
No, I think Tyrese has been guarded by
Tyrese has been guarded by
someone
Oh,
else.
McBride?
yes. I don't even know if they have a consistent matchup on him. I think they're switching it up a lot
Dude, but this team
because you don't have OG
It
anymore.
really was insane that without OG, they're having to run like 4 guards. and
Really, it
Brunson,
really is
Josh
impressive.
Hart, Dante, and then like
It really is impressive. And
because no OG.
Alec Burks.
Yeah, Alec Burks.
oh
he's a
man,
great-
revival of his career. But back to the DiVincenzo point.
This team.
We
is insane.
watered him down to a rebounder. We made him like our designated offensive rebounder.
I mean, he was
That a skill set he has, but he is such a
He was
great
playing-
player beyond that.
he was playing the 3 for us. He was playing small forward.
This is a knock on Kerr.
That's the
this is
problem.
this is such a massive knock on Kerr. He is kind of like insane.
I mean, I guess, but again,
He's losing it now, dude.
the point is, if DiVincenzo was to play like this as a Golden State Warrior, you would have had to start over Clay.
And he should have dude.
Do
as
you
a
remember
head
yourself
coach.
saying Dante DiVincenzo should start over Clay last season?
Dude,
Clay
there's
was
a difference.
Do you remember
There
yourself
is
saying Dante
there's a
DiVincenzo?
very major difference.
Clay played not in the playoffs, but Clay had an incredible regular season. He led the league.
Incredible is an over exaggeration. He had
a better regular season than Dante.
but that's the problem. Here's the problem. As fans from here, we don't get the full scope, the
I
practice
think it's fair to
sessions
say once Clay had bad games in the playoffs, then
Defense would have been considered as absolutely.
in a split second.
yeah,
Clay, it's like, look, here's the problem, guys.
because Dante was
As fans, we don't
consistent.
have the full scope. We don't see the practice. We don't see how DiVincenzo is playing in practice. I just repeated the same thing twice, but we don't see the full scope.
practice.
Third time, we don't see him in practice. Steve Kerr does. It literally looked like
Maybe he
wrote.
doesn't.
He
He
wrote.
just doesn't.
Literally, I don't think he does. I really hope we bring Chris Paul back. He's seeing a different game. He's seeing something different than us. It's like unbelievable. Anyways, it's not like a
Dude, honestly,
Warriors.
this is kind of like a special shout out to Tom Thibodeau because that was as much as people are
God.
mentioning him for playing good
Dude,
players
which is
so many minutes.
kind of
He's
insane.
playing
I'm
his
not gonna
best
lie.
players the most minutes. That makes the most sense.
He hasn't given
I mean,
Josh
obviously-
Hart a minute.
Essentially,
off.
okay, yeah,
That is
it doesn't make
crazy.
the most sense, I guess, but like with how limited this team is because of
Why do you
injuries,
think this team might be so limited, Wes?
injuries.
Why do you think that Tom Thibodeau teams have one of the
It's a
highest
common
injury
trend.
rates every single year in the league?
Derek Rose,
Mitchell
Jimmy
Robinson's
Butler.
injury was a fluke injury because of Embiid, wasn't it? When he pulled him down, did that
Uh,
re-aggravate it?
It re-aggravated it.
Sure, but
it-
OG.
It already existed. OG.
Yeah.
How did he
And-
get hurt?
okay, Derek Rose, Jimmy
contact.
Butler.
And Derrick Rose is fluke. He
No,
should have taken him out.
exactly. That's our whole point. You
That's not-
just
that's
proved
not-
our point.
That's not because of like overwearing of like the body because he's playing so many minutes.
Again, it's just over. It's just
Joakim
playing your
Noah
players. Joakim
Got worn down
He's
to a
playing
dub.
your players too much. He's actually kind of insane. He's playing Josh Hart the entire game. That's kind of crazy, dude.
Conditioning is incredible.
It's incredible until,
Until it's
until he
not.
tweaks his knee or something. These kind of injuries always pop up when you play players that many
Well, unless
minutes.
you want to see more Alec Burks minutes, this is what we gotta get.
Well, that's what.
But that's
to
also
me, to
valid.
me,
but
this is the
and-
this
and
is
the
the
thing is, they're not-
grave
they're not
that Tom
complaining-
Thibodeau has dug himself. He's put
Yeah,
himself
I
in this
agree with that.
position. I cannot. If Tom Thibodeau was willing to simply play his starters, especially in the regular season, to play his starters, because here's the thing about Tom Thibodeau: it's not just in the playoffs. He plays these guys 40 minutes plus in the regular season consistently.
just
That is
crazy.
irresponsible. Just
Absolutely.
genuinely irresponsible, and not in the sense of like, oh, it's like a moral, but more so just like if you're trying to create a winning basketball team, you cannot do that.
What
You
was-
are-
What was our big problem in
Putting-
2016?
yeah, it was where
That's what
freaking.
freaking cooked us in the freaking playoffs. And what we never made that mistake again, and we were
Because
dominant.
here's the thing, it's not like the Knicks were competing for a playoff spot. They had it secured. They could have afforded to take it easy in the last few weeks of the regular season. They didn't. They continued playing at that frenetic pace. Now, again, is that in some ways their strength? Absolutely, because you have a guy like Josh Hart who's able to contribute 48 minutes.
Which is
That's a benefit he has over everybody else.
so.
But it's a
feel like-
benefit that's
I feel
not
like
going
insane,
to
by
last
the way.
forever.
I feel like his rebounding ability is enhanced by his like just being on the floor at all times. Like that must boost your injury at least a little bit. You know, I mean,
But
Okay.
by that logic, you could say you apply that to everyone. Like if Luca's playing every minute, his offensive capability is going to increase because he has more ball time.
that's true.
But it's just not. But it's not a direct correlation. There's more drawback than positive. There's a reason rest is crucial. There's a reason why winning 4-0 gives you those extra rest days. It's huge. Rest is so insane. I mean, you guys are runners. You guys know this way better than me. Recovery is just as important as going all out
Oh
and
yeah.
putting your heart into it.
I mean, I
And
think
here's
that's what I think. As long as they're responsible with like after the game, properly conditioning and recovering. Obviously, it's risky, but
I think it's insane, and I actually I think this is like where my conservative side comes out, not like politically because I'm not conservative politically, but like conservative
Personality wise,
nature,
yeah.
for just in things in general, dude. It's just insane. Like it's genuinely one of the most insane things, and it's like the proof's in the pudding, dude. Joakim Noah, Jimmy Butler,
I mean,
Derrick Rose, freaking Jalen
this
Brunson, literally.
series, he tweaked something and he missed a quarter. That probably it's probably still affecting him.
And the funniest thing was like the reporter was like, "Well, what's up with Jalen Brunson? He's fine." It's like, wow, like damn, dude.
his voice is like
Like
you
it's
can
genuinely
go-
impressive.
you
He
can
must be
go
the
up a
most.
lot.
He must be a hard ass of a father, dude. Like I can't even imagine being his son. Dad, I didn't sleep all night. You're
Oh.
fine.
Tough love.
Drink a coffee. All of the beard, I gotta say, man, the addition of the beard to his like physical appearance,
It makes him
I'm
look
really-
very gruff.
It does. I fudge with it. You know, it makes him look wise and
Okay, but here's the other thing. Pacers fucking cooking the Knicks in transition this series over and over and over.
They're
If you
like-
don't
they're
think
the
that the
best
Knicks
team.
fatigue plays into that a little bit,
Yeah,
you are lying to yourself. Now, were the Pacers going to cook people in transition anyways? I mean, yeah, because that's what they do. but I think it's a particularly bad matchup for the Knicks in this context. Not only because of the Tom Thibodeau, minutes thing, but also because of the injuries and the rotations that's now forced them into. That's only hurting it more because now he's forced to play guys for even more minutes. I mean, it's a cycle, obviously.
Yeah,
So with all that being said,
I think-
I'm taking Pacers.
Yeah, I'm taking Pacers and
7.
Taking Knicks in 6.
Okay.
I don't know if I take Pacers in 6 or 7,
Can't
but I
pick
take
against the Knicks.
Pacers.
Well, also, like, by the way, shout out Tyrese Halliburton. Had a pretty rough
And Nemhard, dude, what's the
first series.
That's
Oh
not
God,
Nemhard.
yeah, that Nimhard shot, man.
Oh my
we gotta
God.
mention it. We gotta give it a shout
Anthony
out.
Smith?
Such an awful
I do wanna give
possession by
Smith
Halliburton.
props
It
for his
was,
job on
but-
Jalen Brunson.
Awful.
But again, I do just want to shout out Tyrese Halliburton. He's looked really great. He's a general, absolute general in transition. He manages to turn those possessions into
Yeah.
the most efficient possible possession every time.
And it looks really sloppy. Like you're thinking, like, what the hell is
Yeah,
he
his
doing?
handle is
His
kinda
handle
over the
is
It's
top.
kind of
so
goofy.
loose.
Even when he passes
so
it, it's like
fluid.
like his hand will, like
Yeah.
flip, and he like.
I mean, the
But he makes it
jumper,
work.
everything like is
oh
so
my
like
God, his jumper's the worst
loose
jumper I've
and
ever seen in my
it
life.
looks so out of control and awkward, but he just makes it work. And it leads to this very free-flowing offensive game. It's what
Yeah.
the Pacers were known for this season. It's something I was a little bit skeptical on translating to the playoffs, but guess what? They're making it work.
I mean, I think you can give him excuse anyways because of the injury, the hamstring. But,
Yeah,
but he is playing really well.
he's overcoming it. And he's playing great.
Exactly. I think this is one of those unfortunate series where injuries are really honing because even he's tweaked.
But I
yeah.
think there's injuries all around the place. I mean, I think the Knicks got it the worst, but all
Except for the
teams-
Timberwolves and the Nuggets, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
Nuggets, you could say Jamal
Murray's
Murray.
supposedly
KCP.
playing hobbled.
Oh, I
Murray and
forgot.
KCP are
Yeah,
playing
yeah, yeah.
hobbled.
What about the Thunder and Mavs?
Luca is again
It's true.
Thunder
Like
though,
Celtics
like
and
for an
Cavs.
injury.
Thunder, they were pretty.
Jason Tatum. Just
brain injury.
His skill issue.
Forgot how to be-
Skill injury.
KP though.
Oh yeah, KP.
I mean,
actually.
okay,
And,
well,
Jared
you know that's gonna take them to a championship. This bum ass is shooting threes. Dude, that's the funniest thing ever, bro. I swear it's crazy. He's just like hovering around the 3-pointer.
Literally.
Anyway, so
Yeah, I saw someone say like he could the way he imposes his will is just by shooting over people. Like he doesn't actually like post them up. He just kind of
No, literally.
like shoot over.
he's like 7'1" for reaching things over shelves. God damn it. That's my favorite roast for tall
An
people.
all-star Walmart employee. Top.
Anyway, so I think it's a pretty comprehensive recap. I think we did a good job.
Yeah.
A pat on the back for ourselves.
Take
Pretty
that.
good. I like
Week
that.
off.
2 weeks off, but we
See y'all in
we
the
came back
finals.
with a banger. Yeah, so you guys when the finals are done. No. Hopefully next season. Next season, it's done. We're cooked.
Our next decade, guys.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a lot to see, a lot to look forward to.
More kind of differences in opinions.
This time we're more different. So Wes. So Thomas and I got the Thunder. You got the Mavs.
Mavs, yeah.
I got the Timberwolves. You guys both got the Nuggets. No, you got
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Timberwolves.
so
Okay. And then the
We all
C.
have
We all the C's. The
It's kind of
C's.
surprising because we all kind of don't believe in so.
Yeah,
secretly.
the Cavs
We
just aren't that
don't, but
effective.
the Eastern Conference is so dog crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, the Eastern Conference is such a Mickey Mouse conference. Oh my god, it's so bad.
We gotta change that.
Pathetic.
somehow.
It's pathetic. It's so sad, dude. Like it's got to be an insecurity playing an Eastern Conference team. Cause you're just not legit. Oh my god, it's so cringe. It's such a cringy conference. And then the Pacers and the Knicks. Two of us got the Pacers. One
One
got
of
the
us is
Knicks.
gonna be right.
So who's the most in the minority? So Thunder Mavs, it's a 2v1, so you're in the minority.
I think you're in the majority most of the time.
Timberwolves, Nuggets, I'm in the minority. You two are in the majority. So
No, I
Tom,
picked Timberwolves.
okay, so Thomas is in the minority. So one minority.
Yeah. Oh, so I have two minorities. 'cause
Wait, wait,
Knicks-
wait.
Knicks.
Thunder Mavs, he's the minority. No, you're the minority.
Yeah.
Then Timberwolves, Nuggets, Thomas minority. Celtics, no one. Pacers, Knicks, you are the minority. Yeah. Shout
The
out.
West disagrees the
Not
most.
cheap.
Yeah. well, not a sheep, exactly. Anyway, so now it's already been a really long episode, but hey, man, the boys are back together. Might as well make the most of it. We're gonna do
Juice it.
a little bit of trivia. So we're gonna do a little break, a pause, a little edit transition. All right, we're back with some snacks. I got myself some lime tortilla chips and salsa. Shout out Thomas's mom, and Thomas got himself up.
Tortilla chips also.
Actually, I'm
They're
not gonna
flavored
match
tortilla
it.
chips. They're
Yes, sir.
kind of like organic knockoff Doritos, but very good.
And he got himself a Bud Light.
A Georgia peach iced tea, and it's not even hard iced tea. It's literally just normal iced tea. I don't really drink that much.
Don't drink it all.
I just
Oh, Wes just got himself some snacks too. What did you get, Wes?
nacho cheese, late July snap. What's the brand? Late July. No, it's
If your crunches
mid-May.
and eating is because we're snacking. So, first trivia game. Fun little connections. We're gonna get this game explained by our good friend Wes.
Okay, so the way it works is there's 16 players, and there's gonna be 4 groups of 4 players that have some kind of association. And one group of 4 is gonna be easy, and it slowly gets harder. So, yeah, that's the way it works.
And are we playing this competitively or are we attacking this as a team?
I think we go as a team.
Okay.
So wait, how do we determine the connection?
You use your knowledge of the game.
No, I mean
basketball.
like how do we
But
find?
you go like, okay, boom. Like I think this is a group of 4.
Oh,
So for example, if you noticed, like
okay, so
I see 3 Lakers.
I also see 3. I see 3 Heat. Oh, I see 4 Heat. Jimmy Butler, LeBron, Jaquez, Shaq.
Interesting.
Usually the easiest one is like something to do with the current season.
Okay.
But
2 Hornets,
Mm.
3 Lakers.
I
How many
see-
point guards? 1 point guard, 2 point guard, 3 point, 4 point guards.
Let's see. And so one of the obvious groupings is that Magic, Shaq, and Jordan are all retired, obviously. They're the only 3 players.
Oh, but it's only 3 players.
There's only 3 of them, so I don't know if that fits in with anything.
LeBron should be retired. So yeah, I
Uh,
don't know actually. It's actually tough.
Well, maybe it's something to do with the rookie of the year because Wemby, Jaime Hawkins, Brandon Miller.
Jordan was rookie of the year. Yeah,
like,
Wembanyama, Jordan.
top four.
Oh, my
players.
bad, dude. I thought you were saying like players who would run one rookie of the year. My
Exactly.
bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's easy. That's all rookies. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. No, it has to be correct.
How is it not?
Well, it would take away one of the basketballs if it was wrong.
Why is it not even? It's not submitting.
Maybe like deselect one of them.
It's like
What? Okay, the game site is just bugging.
Lee Connections is now broken on us. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Rookie of the year. Nice. Okay. Okay.
Is that the easiest one? I think
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I see players with multiple MVPs. You have Jokic, Jordan, Magic, and Shaq.
Curry.
And Curry. Oh, that takes that away though, because that gives
Shaq
5.
has one.
Who? Yeah, Shaq
Oh,
only. has one.
interesting. Okay, that's true.
But
He's salty about that. And I should have
6. Mm,
3 Lakers.
Melo and Tyrese feel connected to me somehow.
I feel like wait, it's something to do with the because is Tyrese. We're both Tyrese.
Was it Ant in the same draft too?
Yeah.
So who else? Was Maxi in
I
it
think
too?
both Tyrese's were in the same draft.
And then also LaMelo and Ant.
Yeah.
So I think those 4.
That's good. You selected LeBron.
Oh wow, we have to
Tyrese.
record this screen.
No, we don't.
I guess
You
we
can do,
don't.
yeah, just do a screenshot once we complete it. Just give
Yeah,
a
sure.
screenshot of the.
And then wait, who's the 4th time stupid? Oh, Tyrese. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe top 4 rookie of the year that year.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, drafted in 2020. Okay. So it says all stars drafted, but same thing.
Well,
We just
yeah, same thing. Okay.
we have multiple MVPs: Jordan,
I think
Curry,
I think I know.
Magic, Jokic. Oh, but I'll put
Oh,
LeBron.
you guys know my guess?
No, because
Okay.
you know it, right?
I think I know.
Do you remember doing this?
No.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, go ahead.
Conference finals MVP.
Wow, that's so good.
That's a good one.
Shout out.
That's a good one.
And then
Yeah.
you're left with the 4 legends of the game.
So what? Okay, okay. Let's actually determine what their thing would be.
That's the thing, these guys all have so many statistical
Yeah.
accomplishments. That
It's not MVPs.
It's hard to single out one.
Could be MVP.
No,
Championships, it could be.
I think maybe Finals MVPs.
Oh yeah. At least 3.
At least 3. These are probably the only 4 guys to ever have at least 3. I would bet that a lot. Let's see, it's taking forever to load.
Website sucks.
It knows it knows we're correct, but we need to see why we were correct.
It's taking its sweet time.
Great podcast content.
Just
Dead
chewing.
air. Dead air.
Just aggressive munching. All right. How we doing, gentlemen?
It's good. Better than Doritos.
Dude, I swear to God, these late July chips, guys, look, not sponsored. Not sponsored, but hey. Late July, if you're health conscious, you want Doritos, but you don't want all that nasty stuff, pick up a late July, bag of chips. They're good.
Is loading.
The
Most finals
MVPs.
MVPs.
Absolutely.
Nice. All right, good teamwork, guys. Now we're gonna go to a little bit of Pirtle. Okay. I think
We've been at it for an hour and a half.
our
Wow, we're
Can't even decide a
Slow.
guess.
okay. Our first guess, I think we
To
just
me,
gotta go with the classic
it's
like
obvious.
Curry,
It's got to be Stephen Curry.
or we do a deep warrior pull.
Justin Holiday.
Justin Hall. I was gonna say somebody else, but I like.
I like Justin Holiday. Yeah, let's do that. Dude, I love the new like UI. It's so nice. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So we got one accurate stat or nearby. So the player is 6'7", 6'8", 6'9".
Okay.
He's not in the Western Conference, so he's in the East. He's not even a guard, so that means he's a forward or a center.
He's younger than 35 and wears a number lower than 9.
Okay, so number lower than 9 is actually good because that means his number is significantly lower than 9. So it's either 0, 1, 2, 3,
Give me
4.
Jason Tatum.
Ooh.
Taller than 6, yeah, younger. That's a great one. Wow. If this may be it, I really could see it. Wow. So it means is it
Also, it's greater than.
okay? So it's not 0, 1, 2. It's not 9, 7, 8.
Okay.
It's 5
Who
or
is-
6, 4, 5 or 6.
3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5, 6. It's in the East, the Atlantic Division. He's a
Young guy.
forward, and he's 24 or 25.
Exactly 6'8".
In the East, is it OG?
Wes, I feel like you are the person
it
who knows the
OG?
divisions the best out of all of us. Can you name all?
Yeah, this is if it's not Boston, it's the Brooklyn, New York.
It could be OG.
Could be Philly and
He's OG 6'8".
He's
Toronto-
26.
Toronto.
He's 26.
OG's 26 as well, right?
Pretty young, I thought. No, he was on the 2019 championship team, so it's been like 5 years.
I
maybe.
think he's 26. I wouldn't feel confident saying he's under that age.
So it's either the
That
Hawks.
could, that could be a guess we come back to later.
You said no. Wait, so you said so.
the 2
the
New York
Knicks-
teams.
Knicks, Nets. Mikal Bridges. What number is Mikal Bridges?
Mikal Bridges is too old. He came in the league.
Mikal Bridges is too old though.
He
He's not.
came into the
He was
league
like
as a
25.
4-year.
He could be 25. So he could be
No, his
25.
number is 25.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he
Uh,
changed it.
So Nets, Knicks, and then there's
Uh,
2 more teams. Right?
Philly and
In Toronto.
Kelly Oubre.
Still, again, I think too old.
Yeah.
young
6'8".
young forward.
It's
This could be a deep one actually because
yeah.
not
I'm
anyone
thinking
really
about it.
obvious.
Like,
Maybe Cam Johnson. Maybe.
ooh,
oh, it 100% him. It
oh, that's so good. It's
absolutely
Cam
is.
Johnson.
It literally has to.
Yeah,
be.
that's a good guess. I don't know if he's that tall, but
He has
like
like
it.
6'8". What?
Knocked off
Cam
the-
Johnson being 28 is such a slap in the face to me. I
That's
can't.
crazy.
That's
I-
embarrassing that he's the
I-
yikes.
Did not know he was that old. Oh, and he's 2. Dang. Okay.
Wait, it's never gonna tell us if it's like within.
That means no. That means it literally you literally know his number.
It's
now.
4 or 5.
No 2. Would it
Oh,
be-
it's 6.
it has to be 6, right?
6. The number 6. 6'8". Not on Brooklyn, not on Boston. So it's either Knicks, Sixers.
That's it.
There's one more team.
Toronto.
Could it be from?
So I have no idea.
See, Toronto, that's a little bit scary. They have a lot of guys who are not particularly. Oh, Jalen McDaniels,
Jaden or Jalen?
Jalen, his brother,
With the
Are they
Raptors.
brothers?
with the Raptors. Yeah,
I didn't know they were brothers. Crazy.
You want to go for him?
I kind of like it.
Okay,
So
so
it's
J-A-L,
it's just with an L. Yeah.
So Jalen McDaniels. So he's in the East. He's in the Atlantic Division. He's a forward. Is he 6'8"?
I mean, I can't say it 100%, but it sounds right for him.
Is he 24, 25?
Yes. I feel
Now what's his
pretty
number?
confident
Do you
in
vaguely remember his
that.
number?
I don't. I don't
Okay,
even
let's
know.
try it. Okay, so he's on the Raptors. We're cooked.
No, I think it
Sorry.
means he played for the Raptors. 'Cause it's not-
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. Okay. Wow.
Oh, so he just moved. Okay.
It's probably part of the New York trade. The New York.
He did OG. I literally said it was
Yeah,
OG.
it's probably OG.
Achachua or whatever.
Achua's because Achua's undersized.
Yeah, he is.
He could be 6'8".
It's
Yeah.
Achachua.
Our precious little precious.
And if it's not Prince Achua, it has to be OG.
Oh, yeah, it's OG.
So they don't.
Wait,
Don't
everything
tell
is.
me. Oh, wait.
Wait, what?
So we got it. We got it. Yeah, it told us. Show results. We got it, right? Game over.
Okay, yeah. We got it.
Oh,
Yeah, we
There we go,
won.
There we go.
Dude, okay. Nice. So, I guess we I kind of like this. You want to do another one?
Sure.
All right. How do we go to a previous one? Oh, there's like a website. Previous hurdle.
That's not it.
Previous poets. Wow. Previous hurdle games. Unlimited Pirtle games. There's got there we go. Larry Birtle. Oh, nice. Larry Fertile. Okay, bro.
Larry Fertile.
Larry Birtle 2? Wow, this website. See, good UI does wonders.
What is
What
this?
is
This
this, bro?
nothing. Wait. So you're telling me on the Portal website you can't go to the
Nah.
previous one? That's so lame.
Okay, we can do this now. We have guesses. All right. I think now we start with another Warriors legend. Let's do we started off with who? Justin. Okay,
I was
let's go.
going to say David Lee the last time.
I don't really like that.
Wait, he's not.
Because he's
doesn't have to be
retired.
current?
Oh, it has to be current.
Yeah. Oh wait, no,
Oh.
does it?
Probably has to.
Actually, yeah,
right?
you're right. Because it's yeah.
All right. Oh, Warriors legend.
JaVale McGee. You gotta go with JaVale.
JaVale McGee is also retired, is he not?
Is he?
No, he's on the or no.
Is he
He's
actually?
on the Kings. He's on the
Wow, yeah, he is. Yeah, you know.
JaVale.
McGee.
legend himself.
All right. So we started off. We got literally nothing. So the age, the number is bigger than 0-0. He's shorter than 7 foot, significantly. Doesn't play in the West, so he plays on the East. So we just have to go East, and I would say a guard maybe or a
Yeah,
small forward. We go with
Let's go the
Tatum.
opposite. Oh, okay, fair.
no. What were you gonna say?
So let's go the opposite. Let's go Trey Young.
Yeah, actually, why not? Okay. Oh well, actually, we didn't get much. He's a guard. He's in the Eastern Conference, and his number is 20. Oh, his age is 26, 27. Oh, but this is a good one. His number is greater than 0-0, and it's less than 11.
Okay.
So it's either. So it's not 0-1-2, and it's not 11, 10,
10, 9.
9. So it's either 3. It's 3
3
to
to 8.
3 to 8, and it's a guard. That's 26 or 27.
But he was significantly taller than 6'1", as most NBA players are, of course. Um,
A guard. Oh, a guard taller than 6'1". And it's not 6'2" or 6'3".
6'4", 6'5" guards aren't exactly.
I'm feeling Josh Hart.
Josh, wow, that's actually insane. How
Yeah, and his
how
age
on
would
earth
check
were-
out too.
How on earth were we that synced up?
What's his number? He wears 0, right? That's the problem.
I don't think he's 0.
Is he 0?
I could just be.
I wouldn't feel confident saying he's 0.
That's a good one. 6'4".
Okay, we got
He's
the height.
we got the age as well. He's 28 years
Yeah,
old.
I knew he was single digits.
Oh wait. So it's not 20. It's not 26. It's not 27.
It's number 4 or 5. His jersey.
No, it's yeah, it is.
His age is either. So this says it's 26, 27. This says it's 28, 27. So it's 27. Age is
Okay.
27.
Okay.
So he's 27 years old in his prime. His number is 4 or 5. We still didn't get the division right. It's not Southeast. It's not Atlantic.
Central.
The division that would include
Cavs, Milwaukee, Chicago,
Pacers.
Indianapolis,
Yeah,
and
Is it Halliburton? No, he's not that. old.
Halliburton's not that old.
Purdue.
No, he's not that
I
old.
was trying to think of the.
Oh, how old is Donovan Mitchell at this point? Is Donovan Mitchell
He's
6'4"?
not-
He is 27.
6'4"? I think he's 6'4".
He's 6'3".
He is.
That sounds about right. 6'3" sounds right. I don't think
But
he's
maybe it could be an inch off. You know, sometimes they do that. What's his number? His number's like 20 something.
No, 45.
Okay, yeah, so
never
it
mind.
it's not even right.
Uh,
I thought 6'3" was rounding up for Donovan Mitchell. I think he's like more 6'2", 6'3".
Actually, I think he's 6'1".
Yeah, yeah. So
I literally think he's right. Yeah, he's 6'1", dude.
I'm not cheating, but I'm just gonna prove you guys wrong really quickly because that's not true. Okay, just Google it.
he's a short king though.
Okay, well, I've heard reports where
Okay,
people say
well,
he's 6'1",
that's
bro.
the Cobra's legend. That's how every Coke sentence starts. Okay, well, okay, fine, but all right, I guess, but
All right, back to this though.
Actually, yeah, Caruso.
ooh, I like
'Cause
that.
He's like 6'4".
Caruso is I almost. Oh, isn't he literally number 4?
That's why I was.
I literally has to be Caruso.
Wow, yeah.
Confidence.
Has to be. Oh no, it's
Oh, he's
not.
6. Wow. Okay. And I would not have guessed he's 6'5".
Yeah, but Central is right. What other teams are in Central?
The Bucks, Pacers, Cavs.
Bucks, Pacers, Cavs.
One more.
What about Connaughton?
How old is he? He's 30. Caruso.
Caruso's 30. God
Yeah.
damn.
I think he came into the league pretty late.
I don't think. I feel like Connaughton is older than 27.
He might be, yeah. We sure though?
Yeah, the fourth team or the fifth team. Maybe. Chicago, Milwaukee, Milwaukee, Indianapolis, Cavs, Pistons. That's it.
Pistons.
Oh,
Pistons
What?
don't have many people
27 years-
27 years old.
how old is
He's
Markel Fultz?
It's
not in the
active.
Central Division.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you see the Magic?
No.
These are the Pistons.
Yeah.
Oopsies. It's actually tough. I think we should just go with Pat because I don't think of anyone else.
Yeah, I mean,
Really, he's older than 30. Though.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's pretty old, but it'll knock out the Bucks if it's not the Bucks.
how tall is Zach LaVine?
6'5",
He's
6'6".
6'6".
He's 6'6". No, he is 6'6", yeah.
That one does not make sense. I was just go with Pat.
Okay, why not?
Yeah, he's 31. That
Pretty
was a
close.
okay. So it's a guy who's 27. He doesn't play for the Bucks. He doesn't play for the Bulls. So it's either the
Pistons,
Pistons?
Pacers,
Pacers,
Cavs.
Cavs. Pistons, Pacers, Cavs. Pistons, Pacers, or Cavs.
Man,
Piston, Pacers, or Cavs.
how old is Max Strus?
What I was thinking.
Ooh,
He won that draft.
ooh, that's a good one, actually. That's a deep pull. We have to go there, yeah.
Yeah.
Max Strus. Why is it not showing up?
That's weird. It's
Oh, there it
ah,
is.
there it is.
What's the Cavs?
So it is the Cavs. Oh, and the height, bro. We keep on missing the height. It's
Close
6'4". Oh, yeah. And the number, we got the number as well. Oh, the age is 27. We already knew that.
So who's on this Cavs team?
So wait, so by the way, so it's
The
under
jersey number is
23.
5, by the way.
Couldn't it technically also be 4? We don't know that, right?
Oh, yeah, it's 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5.
Who's 4 or 5 on the Cavs? What number is Evan Mobley? Isn't he like 5?
Evan is also 7 feet.
I know that. But so they'll cross out.
I think he's 15 though.
Okay, let's list their guards. The guards of Garland, who's definitely not 27. Mitchell, who's not 6.
Sam Merrill is not. Sam Merrill.
Maybe he could be listed at 6'4" in this.
Sam Merrill.
No, but his numbers, yeah.
He just got drafted. So he's too young.
Who?
Darius Garland is actually too young.
Oh yeah,
He's
100%.
23 or 24.
What other guards do they have?
Oh, Karis LeVert.
Karis LeVert.
Dude.
Isn't Karis LeVert 6'5"?
Yeah,
No,
I
wait, no.
I
no,
think he's
too
right.
tall.
I kind of feel like he's too tall, but
I think
he above.
he's our guest 7 or 8. Might as well go for him.
I think LeVert's a better guess than.
Yeah, 100%.
The age sounds great. Just don't know about the height.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow, and he's too old too. He's older than I would have thought.
Wow, that's our last kid. I think it's like a real bum.
Do they still have they don't have what's his face? KPJ, right? Still on their team?
KPJ?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Well, I
Didn't
thought
he
he
end
was-
up on them at some point, like after he was on the Rockets?
I think he was.
He's way too young, no?
Yeah, he would
is
be,
way
wouldn't
too
he?
young.
Also, what about Sam Merrill? Is he just way too young also?
Yeah, he was drafted this year.
Oh, he's literally a rookie?
Yeah. He's
Wow,
last pick.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's gonna be some real bum, dude, unfortunately.
I mean, we got Marcus Morris minutes. He's on the Cavs, I think. He's been playing for them, which is kind of crazy. But it
Yeah, it feels really hard to believe it'd be some. Yeah, I mean, I guess
has to be someone more notable than Marcus Morris.
not necessarily. They could
Oh,
easily have the end of bench guy, the last guard on their bench.
Ricky Rubin, no, Ricky Rubin retired.
It would be like 38.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's in his prime.
In his
His
prime.
prime.
Bench warmer. Dude, are we gonna really choke on our second try?
I think once we hear the name, it won't really be a joke.
Do we like cope and see its silhouette?
No.
Yeah.
This guy's not good enough, anyways. We wouldn't recognize it.
So what's our final guess?
I just can't even think
I
of a
have no
name.
idea.
I can't
I
think.
mean, let's
names
think of the
out
guards.
there.
How many guards do the Cavs have? Caruso. Sorry,
Since
what?
when does
Mitchell, Levert, Struess,
Garland,
Garland. That's four.
Merrill. That's
Merrill.
5. I don't know.
No
who
way they have like how many guards do these guys freaking have?
I think I'm saying I think it's probably like the 14th guy on the roster, the individual guy. It could very easily be a player whose name we recognize, but we would have no clues on the Cavs at this point.
Yeah.
Or it could literally be like a 10-day / like professional G League guy who just happens to have made their
We know everything about this guy except his
playoff roster.
I mean, we know it's 4 or 5.
He's 6'4", 27. Where's the jersey number 4 or 5? So embarrassing. Let's just go with Steph, I guess. Just to kind of see the guy.
Yeah.
Embarrassing by us.
Who is this mystery player?
Wait, what's Sammer?
Holy shit!
30?
He's
Or 29.
27. Wes, you sold.
He's a rookie though. Okay, if he's a rookie, it's justified.
Okay,
Check if
Google it.
No.
I think I'm wrong. I don't think it's
No. Wes said it so confidently. 2020. No.
Wes, no.
He sold
I
so
knew it was
hard.
Sam Merrill.
Dude, yeah, Thomas got that. He was locked in for
Whatever.
that. God damn it. I get really pissed because we freaking had him, man. The confidence was
Wait.
bullshit. We didn't even fall for he was just like, nah, he got drafted this year. We're like, oh yeah, shit, man.
Why didn't we put in Sam Merrill instead of Steph?
Yeah, you can
Yeah, definitely me, guys.
cancel that.
God damn it, man. Well,
All right, next time I'm doing this one by myself.
we're gonna end the episode there, guys. Have a good one.